Why are you late? Yeah, we are never late. Let me explain something to you guys, yeah? Hussam has fell asleep once, twice, okay? Lewis is late like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, adi, garbage time. Egal is always here on time. Grigs is always here on time. You guys know who's always late. There's a difference between Hussam slept by mistake and Hamza being consistently late, week in, week out. Hamza is literally the Darwin Nunez of the A-listers group. But anyway, big up to the football terrace. Shout out to Terry for the redirect. Big up to every single person who's watching us right now. We already have 868 people watching us. 868 people watching us. We ain't even started the stream yet. And we're going to start with Man United. So if you've just tuned in from the football terrace and you want to talk about Man United, that's our initial topic anyway. Guys, 900 people in here. You guys know how these get. Man United are about to get cooked on the stream right here. So before we even get started, I don't want to keep interrupting to say hit the like button and subscribe. So there is 800 people in here. In the words of my brother Lewis, at least meet me at halfway line. Hit the like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Let's get the likes up ASAP right here, right now. Let's please get the likes up. I want to show you guys how to like the video. This is you watching us. I just want you to hit this X button, hit this like button right here. Close your chat box and hit this like button right here, right now. Watch out! Yeah, watch out my club. It's already started in the chat. And speaking of, I'm going to put him top row. You know why? Because he slapped West Ham by 5-0 and because he's above Manchester United right now. So joining us on the channel, the man currently sits in 7th place. Wallahi, if he finishes above Spurs, I will host party with him. I'm going to do Hussam X Lewis party. Joining us on the channel, the man, the myth, the legend, man like Carefree Lewis. How you doing, brother?
Big up, bro. Say BFC. Say BFC. Say BFC. Shout the chat. Potch out to the world and back. Big up. I see you're helping push the narrative as well with your subscribers, so love to see it. West Ham got put in a spliff, and we, for the first time, match day 35, we are above Manchester United. In this long. We all know the answer, but it's good to be back. Big up to everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe. Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea.
It's beautiful regardless, you know, seeing yourself above. It's beautiful still. It's still beautiful.
It is, but it's just like, I watched that game and just thought, wow. May, you know. May. With that best. That game and thought, wow. Better late than never, innit?
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
But yeah, I'm here for that party, though. If we get above Spurs, I'm with you. We'll
I'm with you. We're going to do Hussam X Lewis. I'm telling you right now, because that Ainge hype at the start of the season was sickening. Joining us on the channel, speaking. Oh, finally, Hamza, you're ready? Did you end the space now, Khalas? Have you ended the space now? Alhamdulillah, he's ready, guys. Joining us on the channel next is the man who's currently top of the league, so he has to be top row by definition. The biggest troublemaker in Arsenal YouTube history. Brother Egal is in the building. How are you doing, Egal, man?
I'm not that bad. You always say I'm the biggest troublemaker. I don't think I'm that bad. I'm not that troublemaker. But Lewis, your team's doing good. Chelsea's cooking. Only nice things to be said about Chelsea at this moment in time. And yeah, Hussam, your team finally shows up after 2 weeks of missing. So,
brother, let me live. I won this week. Let me breathe. Listen, let me breathe. We won. You get me. We won.
Yeah, we'll talk about United though in a second.
Yes, that's where we're starting. And speaking of, everyone here is ready for this guy's monologue on Manchester United. I can't lie to you. I'm waiting for it too. Joining us on the channel is the biggest fraud in the universe. But today we unite because me and him have one thing in common, and that's the hatred of a certain club together. Brother Hamza is in the building. How are you doing, Hamza?
I'm doing very well, Sam. Thank you for the invite today. I am here. I was here on time. I was just making my cup of tea. I told you before. Yeah. I made my cup of tea. I'm just sitting here. And we're ready. We're ready. We're Manchester United. We're Manchester United. We're Man United. We're Man United.
The biggest club in the world.
Biggest club in the world. We're Man United. We have standards. Yeah.
Well, I can't wait. Guys, this is the first A-lister. I called Hamza earlier. I was like, this is the one I actually can't wait for. And, you know, I love the United fan about to introduce. Listen, I feel bad for him because it has to be him that takes the cooking. But I really like working with him. I enjoy working with him. He's very level-headed, very grounded, you know. But unfortunately, it's been a bad day for him. So He has to be the one to take the cooking. So joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend. Give it Grigs till the end of the season. Brother Grigs is in the building. How you doing, Grigsy, man? You're on mute.
I'm doing good, man. I'm a famous Arsenal fan. I got bigger fish to fry. I have an NBA playoff game in an hour, so that's where my mind's at. I don't really care about Manchester United. I have Eastern Conference semifinals. I'm trying to have a chip to win. I'm trying to set New York on fire. So yeah, I'm not gonna listen to Hamza say the same monologue that he gave last week.
Yeah. You've chosen a different sport,
Liverpool to
Are they
Manchester
winning
United.
as well?
Last
Are
week,
they winning? Are they winning
last
as
week,
well?
Hamza was
Are
calling
they
me the
winning
biggest
or
club
they're
in
losing
England.
as well?
He was
One
saying
second.
you've
Are
never
they
been as
winning
bad as
or
Liverpool.
losing? You've chosen a
So,
different
so this
sport.
week you're
I
gonna
only
change the
watch this
narrative.
sport.
It's cool, bro. It's
I
cool.
only
Go
watch
do
this
your
sport.
your
The
recycle
other
monologue,
team,
bro.
the other team of yours, are they gonna win or not? Are they at the
They're
top of the league or they're struggling as well?
in the
Because
playoffs.
you're an NBA team.
They're in the playoffs. The Knicks. We're in the playoffs. We're in the second
Oh
round.
wow, congratulations. So they're a very good team as well.
Yes, they're a good team.
Okay. I knew it.
So yeah, but anyway.
Also, I knew
yeah,
you're gonna run. I knew you're gonna run. I knew you can't stand that. I knew you can't stand the heat. I knew it.
Bro, no, I'm not running, bro. I'm not the guy that
team?
gives the same monologue
Well,
every week.
congratulations,
All
typical
he does
United
is change the team name.
Typical
So it's
United
cool,
fans.
bro. I don't have
Never ever
recycled
change their
material.
spots.
I come up with new
I've been
material
telling you
every
for a long
single
time. I
week.
know these guys.
Hamza and Grigs, listen, we'll let this fight
bro,
happen when
bro,
Hamza
bro.
monologue starts. You get me? Big up to you guys. Big up to you guys. Listen, 1,100 people locked in, guys. 1,100 people. I'm 100 subscribers away from 30k. If we hit 30k by the end of the stream, I'll be extremely happy, chat. I know I might be a little bit stretching it to get to 30k today, but let's get to 29.9k first. I'm sure there's 100 of you who haven't subscribed yet, haven't liked the video yet. 1,200 people in here. I don't want to keep stopping the video to tell you like and subscribe, but like and subscribe now. Hit the like button, subscribe to This Is Football. All of these guys' channel is in the description. Make sure, guys, go subscribe to every single one of them. So please slap the like button, subscribe. Mods, please keep pushing it as well. Let me just do these super chats quickly before we get the party started, because we do have a party on our hand tonight. Big up to Redline and Taranga, who says that raw chicken at Old Trafford doing wonders for United. Obscas got the way to Ain't no way. Matt said the salmonella chicken is the reason that they lost. Redline and Taranga, you're so wrong for that. You're so wrong for that, honestly. But their chicken did receive a 2-star rating, so he's spitting, to be fair. Big up to my guy Dakai, who said, I swear the Tuchel to United was not banter. Do people really not like him? I think he would be great for United to work with new directions and build. Actually, no. I think he wouldn't be great for United. I'll tell you why. Because Tuchel is not a direction manager. They need something a bit different. They need someone who's going to completely flip the club, like, from top to bottom, and just implement something just self-sustaining with youngsters, with shit like that. So yeah, they need to do like a step-by-step rebuild, which I don't think Tuchel is good for right now. Tuchel is good for a win club, like a club that will win now, to be honest with you. Poch militancy is alive. We out here, eh? Tell him.
Big up,
Big up. But Lewis, at least I do it for the right reasons. Big up to Batur, says, Hamza, how are you in 2 places at once? Fraud. Hello, Hamza. Yeah, and you're on mute as well. You know you're on mute? You're on mute. You're on mute.
No, I'm on the FA Cup and the Premier League, is trying to say. In the final, and I'm chasing for the league.
That's what Fatur sent me. Fatur snitching.
My phone. It's there.
Oh, there you are.
Oh,
if you ever go off camera, we know the reason now. 100%.
No.
Big up to my guy, Radlana Tarango, says United making people support a different club. Hey, can't lie to you. Times are tough. But at least Grigs does have the Knicks, to be fair. So they are doing really well now. They eliminated Philly. So that means something, at least, you know. No one likes the Sixers. Big up to Vin as well, who says like and subscribe for United Tears. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe for United Tears. And that's where we're going to start. And actually, I'm going to let Hamza speak last on this topic, because Hamza is going to be the longest and the most strong on this topic. Big up to Vin. Mods, keep pushing the likes. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Lewis, I want to go to you first. You're above Man United. Obviously, they get slapped up by Crystal Palace. Talk to me about this win today.
It's been about time. It's been about time that we finally end up above Manchester United. And I'm not going to over-celebrate it too much. I know everyone's gassed about it. Today is why. Look at the fucking state of them. From top to bottom, they're an absolute mess. from the tactics to the individual players, because we could talk about every single individual and each one of them were awful. Each one was as bad as the last. Casemiro, deadass, managed to produce a Bakayoko level performance. Eriksen was just completely anonymous. The defense, their positioning was just all over the place. Going forward, like Højlund, I can't believe people had the nerve to compare this man to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson actually has fundamentals in his game. Nicholas Jackson is actually in good form. The nerve of people to compare Højlund to Nicholas Jackson is insane. But it's also just not on the players, it's on the manager as well. All those injuries and you're not sitting back. You decide you're going to try and actually play games against this Crystal Palace team. Which also, by the way, we have to give Crystal Palace their praise. Because yet again, they dominated. Yet again, they played well. The manager's only been there for a couple months. Interesting. Credit to Crystal Palace. But the manager's tactics for Ten Hag were a mess. Why was Wan-Bissaka on the left instead of Dalot? Because I think Dalot's actually had better performances over there. You could at least put Wan-Bissaka in his natural position. Eriksen, I don't know if you guys had any options on the bench, but like playing Eriksen in the pivot is just asking to get killed. And again, the tactics from the start were poor, but this is Manchester United. This is also just Man United away from home as well, but just to a massive degree of the way they collapsed. But again, it goes back to the point, how has it taken me to match day 35 to be above this scrubby team? And it's even by goal difference. That's why I've refused to speak on Man United for months. If my team can't even be above them, forget it. What's the point of cooking them? Might as well cook myself. At least now we're above them on goal difference. It's taken us till May to get there. We should have probably been above there higher, but like it is what it is. At least now we're playing better football. But yeah, Man United are washed. They've been washed. And long may it continue, because I actually don't think you're getting anything against Arsenal. I did think like maybe home advantage might do something, but with your injuries, it's going to be a long weekend for you, man. I rate that you've already checked out. Man. It's better for your mental state, genuinely. But yeah, Man United stink. That's me done.
Egal, talk to me. Man United.
Simply put, Manchester United just get from bad to worse. The center back pairing today was Evans and Casemiro. Putting Casemiro at center back just doesn't make any sense. Do you not have any academy center backs that you could have played? Do you not have anybody else that you could have played? Genuine question. Because I just wonder how Erik ten Hag is going to do this for the rest of the season. They look like they're on cruise control until the FA Cup final. No Rashford today, no Bruno today, so you can't really blame them. I'm looking at that Crystal Palace side, and I don't even feel like I need to banter Manchester United. Crystal Palace are just a better side than them this season, based on organization, based on the defensive shape that they have. Can we even say that there's a worse side than Manchester United when it comes to their defensive shape and their ability to control games? They are the 17th or 18th worst side when it comes to shots faced this season. Only Sheffield United and I think like Burnley are worse than them. And Erik ten Hag, he can't make the excuses of, oh, we played well today, because you didn't. He can't make the excuses. He can't make no excuses today. A lot of these players, I thought they were playing for the manager. I thought these guys were actually playing for the manager. It's just they're the worst Manchester United side I've seen in my lifetime. And if somehow they get something from the Arsenal game this upcoming weekend, I'll be shocked, genuinely. Because right now, these guys are on the floor. They're literally on the floor. I'm looking at the players. They don't look like they're willing. They can even do a simple pass. Defensively, they can't even. They're letting people walk past them. The effort levels are not there. And Ten Hag, if he wasn't a dead man walking already, this is just the final nail in the coffin. Grigs, I don't know what to say to you. I asked you earlier in the season, what is your team good at? We know the answer. Nothing.
That's the reality. Egal, I'll say this because I want Hamza to go last, because obviously he's gonna speak for longer and he's gonna go deep. I'll say this about this whole situation. Griggs is moving to the NBA now full time, fully ignoring the the Man United thing.
No, I'm still involved in football. I have a Conference League semifinal on Thursday against Aston Villa to worry
Here we
about.
go.
I'm still involved in
There you
football,
are.
bro. Don't worry, man. I'm still involved.
Panathinaikos clear. But anyway, when it comes to this conversation,
POK Salonika is clear. POK Salonika.
Well, they're not because they lost their Conference League quarterfinal.
Are we gonna have a Greek league beef right now? Let's.
I mean, we could. They both have the same amount of teams in Europe as England, so we could do that.
No. There's no need for that. Here's the thing. I'll say right now. When it comes to this conversation right here, you know, Kobe Bryant was the first NBA player I fell in love with. That's the guy that get me to like the NBA. His highest points ever scored in a game is 81. 81 also represents the amount of goals that Man United have conceded this season in all competitions. Manchester United have conceded 81 goals in all comps. They've conceded 55 goals in the English Premier League. Their goal difference is on -3. Their goal difference is on -3. Let me just say something. Man United are the definition of the table does lie. I used to believe the table doesn't lie. I'm sorry, the table lies. We're all fools. The table lies. You want the definition of the table lies? Go look at Man United. That's the definition of the table lies. Man United should be 15th the way that they play football. Man United should be 16th, 14th. They shouldn't even be in this position to begin with. Today's performance was an absolute disgrace. I'll speak on the manager before I get to the players. The manager, Ten Hag, needs to get sacked at once because he chose 9 of the players in the starting 11 today. 9 out of the 11 players he single-handedly picked to be in this team right here, right now. He chose these players. He said, he went to the Man United board. He said, pay this much for Anthony, pay this much for this guy, pay this much for this guy. He's 100% responsible for the mess that's happening at Man United right now. And I want to talk about structure. Man United midfield is more open than a donut hole. It's just a hole in the middle, and there's 20 meters of space that I think I could even run into playing against them. There is so much space for any opposition to just destroy the living crap out of Man United. And I'll say this for all the Arsenal fans because I don't know why. Certain Arsenal fans are worried about the game this Sunday. And, you know, Old Trafford and all this, and they will bounce back. Has nothing to do with bounce back. The reason why Liverpool drew with Man United is we didn't take our chances because we could have been 6-0 up in the first half alone. Arsenal are obviously a lot more deadly in front of goal, so they could take these chances and they could win the game within the first half. I'll be completely honest with you. And you have to look at today's players, because I'm not a fan of always blaming the manager. Sometimes you have to look at the players. I think Ten Hag is the biggest culprit because he chose the players. That's the thing that tips it over the edge, and because the structure is so dreadful. But when you look at some of these players, bro, let's genuinely just be honest right now. Bro, where is your soul? I'm not even talking about ability. Bro, where is your soul? Where is you actually running? Where is you actually trying? Where is you actually putting the effort in? Forget your quality. You can be a crap player. You can be old. You can be shit. You can be finished. But where is your passion? Where is your desire? These are words that trigger people. But yeah, where is your passion? Where is your desire? Guys, I know Hamza's on spaces. That's why he's on mute. But don't worry, we'll let him cook in a bit. Don't show it. You're showing us your home screen. That doesn't disprove if you're on spaces or not, you bozo. But anyway, where is your passion, bro? Where is actually your passion? I'm saying this as a Liverpool fan who can't stand Man United and will celebrate if they get liquidated. But there needs to be, like, where is your energy, bro? Like, they're playing like they don't give a shit. How do you play like you just don't give a fuck? How? Forget your quality, but how do you play so carelessly? Like, oh, we're getting slapped 4-0 by Palace. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Onana. Today, 2 goals. 2 goals you could say he could save. No agendas. No agendas. 2 of those goals you could say he could save. There's one guy I want to warn. One guy I want to warn. You know who I want to warn? I want to warn Kobe Mainoo. I want to say, learn from your brother Marcus Rashford. Remember 5 years ago when Marcus Rashford was the most looked at youngster in Europe and he was getting linked to PSG? Now, Marcus Rashford is getting compared to some of the worst wingers in this whole league. Kobe Mainoo, listen to me if you're watching this right now. 1,400 people watching. Make sure you're liking, by the way, Kobe Mainoo, if you're watching. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're subscribing. Let me tell you right now, you have to make a move away this summer. This summer, who's calling me right now? This summer, make a move. Take your talents. Take your talents. Who's raided and who's this guy that's raiding us? Why is everyone spamming this in the chat?
Yeah, who's that?
Who's that? Yeah, there ain't no raid. You guys are waffling in the chat. I have no idea who that is. You get me? You'll never walk alone. Where everyone's spamming it in the chat. Big to all of you guys. I saw someone
Yeah,
write
at least
it in
drop a channel. Drop the channel in.
Yeah, drop the channel. I don't know who Mookie is. You get me? Big up to Mookie, whoever he is. I saw it written in Turkish, you know. Keep spamming, you know, it helps the channel out grow. Make sure you're subscribing as well. I have no idea who Mookie is, wallahi. But anyway, Mainu.
Oh, Mudrik.
Mudrich.
There you are. I'm gonna ignore that. Mainu, you have to make a move away. You have to make a move away. You have to make a move away. Barcelona, Real Madrid, PSG, dare I say it, even Manchester City. Make the move away, Habibi. It's time. He's a Bosnian streamer. Okay, so to all people he got raided by a Bosnian streamer. Big up to
Bosnia Herzegovina.
You get me? Big up to Bosnia. You know?
I'm half Bosnian. Big up.
There you are.
Yeah.
Half Brazilian, half Kenyan, half Bosnian. Yeah, they have some shame. Yeah. Big up to all the Bosnian people in the chat. You get me? Big up Bosnia. Okay, big up. I'm a Liverpool fan as well. You get me? Muki Murat. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna stop the stream to check who this Muki Murat guy is. I'm fully stopping this.
The fact that Chelsea are ahead of them in the table is crazy right now.
I thought Mookie.
Should have been months ago.
It's really not crazy.
Listen, I'm not gonna say that again because it might be a bad word.
Crazy, man.
But anyway, Kobe Mainu need to make a move away. Kobe Mainu need to make a move away from Manchester United 100%. I look at the way Manchester United are playing right now. I think sacking the manager is only an initial solution. But some of these players, they have to pack their bags and leave. Casemiro, what a disgrace. How the hell does this guy have that many? How the hell does he have that many Champions Leagues? Hell did he play for Real Madrid? I have no idea. He's fully washed now. He's just useless. Johnny Evans is old. I'm not even going to blame him. Wan-Bissaka. Play football. Play football. I don't even know what to say about some of these players because it feels like I'm actually watching like Sheffield United. It doesn't even feel like I'm watching Manchester United. It feels like I'm watching Sheffield United. But anyway.
Just to say as well, thank you again for the 55 million for Mount. Thank you. I forgot to add that in.
That's another one. Thank you for reminding me, Lewis, before we even go to Hamza. Mount is fucking shit. I'm sorry. Mount is shit. At least Havertz, we can take a step back and go like, you know what? He's playing well. He's playing better than he did for Chelsea. He's playing better at Arsenal. There is nothing positive I could say about your Mookie. Big up to you. No, don't apologize for this.
Big up Mookie.
Thank you, Mookie, for the redirect. He's live right now. You get me?
Easy.
Well, he's playing better.
Brate, ja ti dam sve pare što imam u životu ako saznam sve ostalo s kartice. Nosi kuću, evo. Ne ni bunio.
Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to you, Mookie.
Big up Mookie.
Yeah. Shout out to
From Bosnia,
big
man.
up from Bosnia. Big up to you. Big up, brate. Big up. Big up, Habibi. Anyway, like the video, guys. Subscribe. Hamza, the floor is yours. The professor, we're here for the cooking. Talk to me, brother.
Let me go to my food while I'm at it.
Okay.
There you are.
One second. Listen. They talk about, listen, these guys talk about, we're Manchester United. We're the biggest club in the world. This is what they say. You meet them. We're Manchester United. We're the biggest club in the world. You're thinking, we're the most successful in England. We're successful at Real Madrid. I'm thinking, have some shame. Pull up your trousers. You're naked for the last 10 years. You are useless. You are crap. You're not Real Madrid. You are a bum. You're a bum last 10 years. Look at yourselves. You've been complaining. You've got rid of managers. You are absolutely a Banter Chester United. That's your new name. Banter Chester United. That's your new name. You get bantered every year. Every year. Last year was 7-0. You got bantered 7-0. We bantered you. And you said, oh, I won a Carabao Cup. You laugh at Liverpool gonna parade a Carabao Cup. You paraded a Carabao Cup. You shameful guys. Some 7-0. Every year we banter you because you're not that any club anymore. I told you. Yeah, that's your new name. Yeah, let me finish. When I sing every single time, Old Trafford is falling down. Cloud. Razor staying 10 more years. Manchester drinking all your tears. See, you're drinking all your tears. I love it. Guess what? You're watching us lifting titles. You are crying. Yeah, look at you already. You've got NBA game. You're saying already you're stressed because you got an NBA game going. I'm chilling. No one's got NBA game. I ain't got NBA game. I'm chilling because I'm happy. That's the only sport I watch. Your fan base have already turned up different sport. I know United fan who's watching snooker. One guy's watching darts. You've become pathetic because you can't handle the stress. You can't handle it. You're not real fans. You can't handle it.
I understand you, Grigs, to be fair. I've been there.
You've always, the only reason why you're there is, remember, you said to me, the reason why I'm here, because of oil money. The reason why you're there, Fergie gave you. Fergie gave you that name. Remember, I told you. But I've been telling you for a long time.
First English club to win a Champions League, by the way.
Fergie gave you the name. Fergie gave you the. How can Fergie left your football club? You say, oh no, I need Ten Hag. How many managers are you going through? How many? No, he doesn't have that. You've done the same. You've done the same script. Every manager comes in, you read the same script. Oh, you know tactics, yeah. You read the same script. I'm thinking, yo, you're doing the same thing to David Moyes. You did the same thing to Mourinho. You did the same thing to Van Gaal. You're doing the same thing to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You backstabbed your own guy. You backstabbed him. You called him the worst manager he's ever been. You said every manager comes to your football, they're the worst manager ever. Now you're using the same script. How come every manager that joins your club is the worst manager? You told us the same thing bar before. Why are you using the same bar? At least even Kendrick Lamar is using a different bar every day, I'm hearing. You're using the same bar every year. Change your bars. If you're a rapper, you would have been banned. You would have been banned if you're a rapper. Because you see, every one of your fan base use the same bar. Same bar.
Oh my God.
No different bar. At least Drake will say, yo, Hamza, I'm creating bars, man. We're dissing each other. But you come here, same thing. All 10 how tactics. Oh, you see, same thing. You don't change anything. We don't learn anything. I say the same thing. 10 years, nothing has changed. You're still the same club as 10 years ago. You're just a joke. You're just a joke. You're just like a football club that comes in, wins a little trophy, and then you go. You're not relevant anymore. No one takes you serious anymore. No one takes you serious. You used to laugh at Chelsea. You laughed at Chelsea this year. And you said, Chelsea, oh, what a joke, Chelsea. You are a joke. Look at yourselves. My mom used to say, a monkey will not look at his ass because he can't look at his ass. Do you see what I'm saying? He can't look at his red ass. My guy's laughing at someone's other monkey's ass, but he doesn't know he's got the same one. You are a banter club, boy. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. I feel sorry for North American guys. They wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, wasting their lives. Last 10 years. I'm supporting Man United. I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning. Wait, what do you wake up 6 o'clock in the morning? I am sleeping. I sleep, man. I'm sleeping. I'm like, Pep Guardiola. Oh, yeah, I saw the travel. I'm beating Real Madrid. Wow. That's what 6 o'clock is going through my dreams. You're going there, you're fine with your dream. Can't wait to watch. Because what time is it in America now? Probably, I don't know what time.
6:45.
6:45 in the evening. But some days you wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning to watch your games. I give you credit for that. But you've done.
Yeah, I woke up at 7:30 last year to beat you in the Manchester Derby at Old Trafford. It was nice timing.
Let me say one thing. When I hear your club, yeah, every single time, yeah, do you know what I think of? Wallahi. You know when I see your club, I say, what's that? When I see your football club.
Ew, brother, what's that?
That's the club. I look at your to me.
Are you talking about the chef?
That's what's that?
Brother, What's that? What's that, brother?
That's when I see your badge. I'm the disgusted. If I close my mouth, oh, that's what I do. Is you're a shit club. I love it. I love it, Grigs, to see you. Yeah, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. Yeah? And you know when that brother said, the brother, whatever it is, said, you're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You are finished. You are finished. You are finished as a club. Done. Finito. Burn the club down. Burn the club. You are finished. You come here. You say the same bars. Or, you know, we got Myrtle or some guy. Guess what? You're shopping, begging for a CEO. There was a CEO of Brighton. My guy was feeding seagulls at Brighton Beach. You're going for him. You're for 3 weeks. Now, I want the guy, a CEO. I said, yo, I researched him. What's the CEO's name from Newcastle? What's that guy's name that Dan Ashworth? They were talking, oh, we want Dan Ashworth. I thought, let me Google, who the hell is this Dan Ashworth? Well, I laughed. I thought, what a joke. What pathetic guys. What pathetic guys. Go and get some guy. I got Ferran Soriano from Barcelona. Yeah, you go and say, yo, I'm getting Madrid guy. You're begging for a Brighton CEO. That's how bad you are. You break for a Brighton.
He was never
CEO.
the CEO, so there's the first mistake.
CEO from Brighton.
Check correctly. First of
One
all,
second. Who's the director of football? Who you get?
you said CEO. We
don't care.
He's not
Same
meant to be
thing,
my
man. Same thing,
CEO.
man. Doesn't matter.
No, it's not. It's
I
two
don't care.
completely different things.
Listen,
A director of football and a
did you
CEO are two completely different positions.
What's his name? What's his name? The Newcastle guy, Dan Ashworth. I
Yeah.
we're getting Dan Ashworth. We can't wait to get Dan Ashworth. Newcastle have to release him. I thought, yo, let me go and search this. Who's this Dan Ashworth? I looked at him. I said, yo, what's that? Everything I see your football club is Guess what?
Oh my God, man.
You went to a youth coach that we got rid of to Southampton. What's that? You're going to Southampton. You're so shit of a club. Everywhere I see, I say, you think you impress me? I say, everything you don't do anymore. Today you had my boys, my local boys, Palace, big up Police. Big up Olise and Eze. Mateta. Let me start with Mateta. I said before, Mateta is bigger than that lanky guy. This lanky fraud, Hoyland. This Hoyland is a fraud. You signed a 70 million pound player from Atalanta. Atalanta were drooling. They even said, they gave you to you. Take it. They scammed you for 70 million. My guy just runs around like a passion merchant. Doesn't do anything in a single game. People are cussing Darwin Núñez. Wallahi, they're cussing Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez is 1,000 times better than this Hussam. He has since March, he has the same GA as Jose Sa, Wolves keeper. Wolves keeper has the same GA than as a 70 million pound striker. 70 million pound striker. They thought Hoyland is you took us my striker to be you said he's better than Haaland. He's a Division 2. Yo, if my guy's a Division 2, your guy should be cooking a Sunday league. He should be cooking meals for Sunday league players. Feed them. He shouldn't even play a Sunday league. He should be cooking meals for Sunday league merchants. Yeah, part-time plumbers. Yeah, they're doing their job building and they go, yo, Hamza, I got fat belly. I'm playing Sunday league, Whiteleaf FC. He should be cooking for those lot, not even playing for those lot. He is shocking. He couldn't do anything against Crystal Palace, and they were missing one of the first choice centre back, Guehi. They were missing him. He got pocketed. Nothing he did not do. Completely. He said, oh, Rio Ferdinand told us Kobe Mino is the next Clarence Seedorf. He is no Clarence Seedorf. He's Eric Jemba in 2024. He's Eric Jemba in 2024. My boy's, he's 18 years old. People said, oh, Hamza, Declan Rice has to do the dirty work for him, and then he has to play. Yo, you need to be cleaning the boots for Declan Rice, man. You need to be washing the dishes for Bellingham and Foden. That's his job. Start from below a bit, man. He's going to be, Declan Rice is special. You don't even bring him there. You say, No, I just want, he has to start for England. Bro, what's the difference between him and Calvin Phillips? He's just a slower version of Calvin Phillips. He's a slower version of Calvin Phillips. I have never met an 18-year-old. Yo, 1 second. Egal, when you're 18, were you quick? That was the fastest you are. When you're 18, you're quick. This boy, he must have been excluded at PE for being the slowest runner in that school. He must have been. Bro, the guy is slow. The guy, I even did it ×2 to see how he's running. The guy's still walking. I'm thinking, I looked at him, sir. What is this guy running? I did it ×2. I said, my guy is running. He can't run, man. He cannot run. Yo, what's wrong with this guy? You're telling me a midfielder that cannot run? Kobe Jemba, that's his name, I told you. I remember when United signed Jemba for Roy Keane's replacement. Oh, he's the next big thing. He's classic. And you know what? You believe Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand lied to you about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Give him a contract. Sign it now. Sign it now. You all jumped on it. Don't ever disrespect Clarence Seedorf. The boy from Ajax Academy with Edgar Davids, Michael Reisiger. Yeah. This guy, Ronald de Boer, Frank de Boer, he played with Finidi George, Patrick Kluivert. Yeah. Dennis Bergkamp. He played with Daley Blind's father, Danny Blind. Van der Sar. I know you're shocked to rule, eh? That guy was levels. He's playing for Real Madrid, Inter, AC. Look at the names. This guy's playing for Air United. Air. He's playing for Air United. He cannot do it, boy. When going gets tough, when I told you McTominay and Maguire are essential for your football club, you cussed me. You cussed me. When I told you McTominay
today,
and Maguire are your foundation. Now you regret what you said. I said, You said, Hamza, I pray I had Maguire. This is the times you're praying for Maguire. Please, God, give me Maguire back next game before Arsenal. Before McTominay. Because McTominay and Maguire are your football club. That's your level. McTominay are your star boys. Star boys. Now, as soon as they didn't play, look at that. Look at that. You compared Amrabat to Declan Rice. You said to us, before you signed the Amrabat, you said Amrabat was the solution. Now you're flip-flopping. You think we didn't forget? Yeah? You said Amrabat was the main guy. Amrabat hasn't done nothing. He's a passion merchant. He's a passion merchant. Yeah? And let me tell you one thing. What's that guy's name? I forgot. Wharton. Wharton dunked on Kobe Mino. Wharton had a better game than that. Yeah. Kobe Mino was dunked on by Wharton. A boy from Blackburn Rovers Division 1 Championship.
I'll discuss that when it's my turn.
Championship player dunked on your guy. Kobe Mino might need to go championship first. Because if he's struggling with Wharton, let's start that conversation. Wharton showed him levels today.
I remember Adam Warren also showed Reggie levels when he played him at Park. He got a couple good moments on him too, but it's cool, bro.
If Kobe Mino is a generational talent, what's Wharton?
I never called me a generational talent.
No, people said that. Not you. That if you never said people said he was a generational talent.
Yeah? Adam Warren can be considered a generational talent too.
Wharton dunked on him today. Dunked on him today. Uncle, you're gonna blame Ten Hag, but it's not Ten Hag's fault for Wharton to dunk on thing. Don't protect him.
Of course.
Yeah, don't protect him.
Of course.
100%. Onana is a fraud. You got rid of De Gea. Last season you were here. De Gea, this, De Gea that. My guy De Gea said that. Oh, I'm leaving this. What's that? And he left you. He's enjoying his life now. He doesn't want to be a footballer anymore. Guess what? They got this Onana guy. What does this Onana guy do? He's let them down than De Gea. De Gea would have been better than Onana. Onana is calamity. Any shot that they took against Onana, in. Onana is not good enough. I told everyone here, I've always been, beginning to the end, I've always been, Sam, what did I tell you about Onana? The guy's a joker.
Yeah, you did say he's not good
He's
enough
not
from
good
the
shot
start.
stopper. Anyone
This
that
one, he's
takes
been
shots, this guy's
consistent.
calamity. He can pass. I said, but a keeper must make saves. If you can't make saves, you're not a keeper. What's the point of you being goal? What's the point of you being goal? Why are you playing goal? There's something called goalkeeper. Goalkeeper. Yeah, you're supposed to protect the goal. If he can't protect the goal, he's useless. He's useless. And that's what he does. And all he does, he mocks you by going to the fans and he's standing there looking at them. And your fan base, they're just clapping. Yeah. They just clap. And I'm thinking, oh my God, that's the standards you are fall to. Yeah, that's the standards you are into now. You will come on people like Wan-Bissaka, Casemiro, you destroyed him. You destroyed every player that comes to your football club. Bruno Fernandes, all those United fans that was against Bruno Fernandes, apologize. I said, Sam, I said to you, Bruno Fernandes does not deserve to play for the football club. Wallahi, did I not say that?
Yeah,
did I not say I'll take him at City? I told you, lot, he will play at City. You know why?
When did you say you take Bruno at City?
He
Bro,
did. He has. Wallah, he has. He has done.
Wallahi, I said. I always rate Bruno. Yes or no, Sam? I said,
Yeah. He said he'd
that
take him
guy,
at City. Wallah, he did.
listen, no matter what, Bruno Fernandes, he'll win me games at City. I swear. Egal, wallah, he takes shots. I love that. People cuss Bruno. It's not Bruno's fault. It's this disgusting club. Wallahi. This club is disgusting. Destroys players. They destroyed Pogba's reputation. They destroyed Bastian Schweinsteiger, came there 30, destroyed. Ibrahimovic came there, destroyed. Falcao came there for a loan, 6 months, worst 6 months in his life. Bro, these guys had Di Maria said, yo, I want to leave. Di Maria put his hand and said, yo, I don't want to stay here anymore. Alexis Sanchez said he'd stepped into Manchester United first day. He said, I asked to leave back to Arsenal. Hendrik Mkhitaryan was player of the year Bundesliga, left Bundesliga, came there, they destroyed him. Shanji Kagawa was the top player of the year there, came back there, they destroyed him. Daley Blind was upcoming top player, they destroyed him. Daley Blind, now 10 years later, he's leading Girona.
Daley Blind was an up-and-coming top player. Give it up,
place. Girona. Some, I'm watching Girona. Girona are second place.
Daley Blind got a mention on our street.
Daley Blind 10 years later. Why is it a common problem? It's not the manager. This football club is disgusting. You destroy players and you have a reputation to curse on players. You curse on managers. Ten Hag was an upcoming manager. Was a good upcoming manager. You've destroyed his confidence. You gave him shit players. You didn't give him crap backing. All you do, any players that joins you, anyone that joins you, manager, you destroy them. There's no, Mourinho said it to you in front of your faces. Mourinho, who's a winner at every level, said, what did he say about Man United? He said, Manchester City is football heritage. He said, it's heritage. I said, look at the investment, Man City, what we run like a football club. These guys are merchandise FC. Merchandise FC. Don't talk to me about United. They're not a football club. Talk to me about how many fans they have, how many shirts they sell. I'll sit down there. I want to listen. But if you want to talk about ball, no, wallah, I'm not taking any notes from Man United fans. They're irrelevant club. I want to talk to big boys. Yeah, I want to talk to big boys. Yeah,
pause.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to talk to big clubs. Big clubs. You know, I'm sorry to say that. Big clubs. Sorry, Grigs. Your football club from now on. Yeah, you must realize anyone comes to your football club, Southgate is being linked, Graham Potter is getting linked. This is the levels that you're getting linked.
That's actually true as well. That's actually true, Loki.
Wallahi. I'm not Southgate has not been linked with Chelsea job. Southgate has not been linked with Chelsea job. He's been linked with your football club. Southgate might be a new manager. Start accepting your low standards of your Manchester United. Yeah? No, I know. Grigs, I'm telling the truth. I'm not bantering.
Bro, you've been waffling for 30 minutes with a bunch of lies. Bro, I don't understand how we keep allowing this to happen. It's 30 minutes of lies. No, it's just 30 minutes of lies.
That's all it is. The managers that's linked with Potter, Southgate, You're begging for Tuchel. You don't have any other manager. You're waiting for Bayern Munich to sack him so you can get him.
Big up
You don't
Tuchel.
have any other solution. You don't have any. Do you think Tuchel will take? Do you think Tuchel will take your football club? Do you think Tuchel will see this guy's what Mourinho went through? He will see what Van Gaal's gone through, and Van Gaal achieved a lot. Do you think he'll accept your football club? He will say, "Yo, I'm not going through that shit." Look, Ten Hag was upcoming. Ten Hag was dunking on Madrid or something in the Bernabeu. Or something. You want to tell me a manager who built Ajax team to play beautiful football has come into Man United and is not playing good football? Are we telling me that's the main issue? That Ten Hag is the main issue? Are we saying that? A guy who went to the Bernabeu and outplayed Real Madrid and dunked on Real Madrid comfortably, produced De Jong, De Ligt. What are we doing there? Got Anthony to play. Lisandro was good. Yeah, they won EIGTHTH, top quality. They won the Champions League as a dangerous team. They knocked out. They knocked out teams. Yeah, big teams. Would you want to say Erik ten Hag is the reason why United are this bad? Or you're telling me this is a same little shitty club since Ferguson has left and Leopard doesn't change its spots? Yeah, because if you get a new manager, you still utilize the same things. You're going to say, he's a reason. He's the shittiest manager you've ever had. I promise you will say this. He's the crappiest manager. He doesn't have tactics. His tactics are wrong. I don't like tacticals. All these tacticals, they talk about tactics. Bro, they can talk about tactics as if it's something, wow. They'll talk to you as if you don't know anything about football. Yeah? But these are the same guys. I call them flip-flops. Tacticals and flip-flops are the same guys. Tacticals, we'll talk about tactics now. But if you rewind their story, they're the biggest flip-flops. Me, I'm found to be controversial because I say it to you in your face. I'm like Jose Mourinho. When I see shit, I come out. I cuss you. I say it's crap. It's useless. When I see my players useless, I cuss my Calvin Phillips. I want him out of my football club. But tacticals, they'll flip-flop. They'll tell you one thing 1 year ago, and later on they'll tell you something else. Before I end it all, yeah, I wish you good luck on your second team. What's the name? What's that team called that he's watching?
New York Knicks.
Yeah, it's not my second team.
I love Grigs. Grigs is my guy. Grigs is my guy. Yeah, I don't want Grigs to be unhappy today. Yeah, guys pray for Grigs at NBA team to do well, because Grigs can't take if his second team gets knocked out. What sport does he need to look for? What other sport does he need to watch?
So cool.
Then he has only Olympiacos on Thursdays. Yeah, that's it. So if Knicks loses today, it's a long day.
You guys have the Pacers you're going through, man.
Yeah, come on, Nick. Don't worry, Griggs, I'm supporting you for Knicks today.
Yeah.
Go on, Griggs. I don't want to finish it because otherwise you got to watch Knicks. That's why.
Oh, thank you. So kind of you, man. I'm so kind of you. Anyway, that was 30 minutes of 90% was probably waffle.
Actually counted how long he spoke. Do you guys?
I don't know. I was just estimating based on the previous.
Is there a record?
24 minutes and 36 seconds exactly.
Yeah, it's close enough. But yeah, anyway, 90% of that was waffle, and about 10% of that was probably true. Manchester United today were abysmal. I expected it. So I predicted a loss on my video this morning. I said we're going to lose 3-1. We lost 4-0. Potato, really. It's the same shit. Lewis is above me now. I was saying that from October. I said on Twitter, the receipts are there. I said Chelsea are a better team than Man United. They have a better squad. The coaching, I think, for me is 50. I don't really think either coach is really that much different from one another. But they should be better than us, though. They spent $1 billion in the past 2 years. They should be better than us. They should be better than other clubs as well. But they're above us, and it's fair enough to them. But I don't really care about that. The players today were not that good. But I look at the coach, and I always say this about a football club. I say the way a team plays is a reflection of their manager about 98% of the time, right? A couple of times a coach can have the right game plan and his players don't execute it. But when it's been this consistent all year, I can't really look at players. I look at the coach and look at him. What are you coaching? Your job is to coach these players. It's to set them up to succeed, right? Today, Egal mentioned my center back situation. We didn't have a proper center back. Only Johnny Evans, but he's about 45 years old. The guy, he shouldn't even be playing that much. Why are you trying to play expensive football? Why are you not parking the bus? Palace have proven over the past month that with this new manager, Oliver Glasner, that they got from Frankfurt, he can coach a proper team. He can coach a proper system. and he can get his players playing ball, especially at Selhurst Park Monday night under the lights. You know they're going to be up for it. Why are you trying to play expensive football? That, for me, is bad coaching, as has been most of the year. Hassam, you were on the terrace the last hour. You saw KJ mention United have conceded more shots than Derby County when Derby County got relegated with 11 points. Am I meant to look at players at that perspective? Am I meant to look at players? Is that what I'm meant to blame? Or am I meant to blame the manager whose system is allowing this to happen?
Some of them.
I guess some of them are defensively. But when you look at the gaps of that team, the coach is the one that sets you up off the ball. It's not the players. Yeah, sometimes the player may not track back and stuff like that. But the gaps, the system out of possession, that is created by the coach.
Miner's not tracking back. It's slow.
Bro, forget about you spoke for 30 minutes. Now you're gonna listen to me speak, and then I'll get to your main point. Don't worry about it. That for me, that is a coaching issue. We have not been good out of possession all year. The gaps have been wrong. One second, my pizza's here.
Oh, he actually ordered pizza. Fair enough.
Yeah, he ordered pizza. No,
Bro, he's got the Knicks after this. I hear it. Man's just signed out. Who cares about United? I hear it.
bro, it's a joke.
Let me ask you a question.
Yo, is
Does
Mateta
anybody
better than
have
Hoyland?
sympathy for Man United? at
Mateta's
this
better than
point?
Hoyland. I don't want that conversation. Mateta, I told you Mateta.
Hoyland stinks.
Yo, does anybody have sympathy for Man United? Because at the beginning of the season, remember they were talking title challenge.
Fuck that. What do you mean sympathy? I hope they get liquidated.
You must be joking.
Wait. Who was talking title challenge?
They were talking title challenge. I remember Terry tweeting out.
Yeah, they were saying
if they get these signings, they're gonna challenge for the league. Bear shit.
they're gonna come top
Wow.
4. These guys are. That's why I told you.
Man United categorically.
This is news to me. I don't remember this.
One second.
August
Pre-season,
time.
Man United
Hag is
categorically
gonna
were
cook,
being
we won a
voted
trophy.
third or second. People were saying
Makes
Liverpool,
sense. But yeah, I don't remember it.
Liverpool were guaranteed to finish below Man United at the beginning of the season based on how people were projecting.
That's true.
They said they'll never take Arteta for Ten Hag. Now
Guys,
they
Alice goes to the world and back. We're getting watched in Bosnia as well. So to all the Bosnians.
Shout out
Big up to
Bosnia.
all the Bosnians.
Shout out all the
Shout out to you,
Balkans.
man. Big up to
I've
you,
been
big
there
up to you.
still. It's a nice country.
Bosnia Herzegovina.
Big up Begovic.
I need
Proper Chelsea.
What the
Bro,
fuck,
I
United?
think
What's the
Bosnia
capital
and
city
Croatia,
of Bosnia, Sam?
beautiful.
Sarajevo. Don't mess with me, brother.
Sarajevo,
I will teach you
Sarajevo.
geography.
Sarajevo.
Yeah, Habibi. Sarajevo.
No,
You get
not
me
J,
the way they
Sarajevo.
pronounce it?
Sarajevo.
Point. Okay, Hamza, what's the capital of Mauritania? Say it right now.
Mauritania, I don't travel there, man. World Cup.
There
Cup,
you
I was
are.
busy
Nouakchott.
I was busy in World
Sit
Cup.
on the
Cup.
floor. Hamza, what's the capital of Argentina?
Buenos Aires.
What's the capital of Brazil?
Come on, man. That's my country. Well, if you ask me that question, I'm logging out.
What's the capital of Brazil? Say it. Say it. There you are. There you are. He's ducking smoke. Bro, when it comes to capital.
Wait, he's not backstage.
No, he left.
Oh
Nah,
my!
he got offended. He got
I
offended.
thought you took him out.
Nah, he got
No, I
offended.
didn't. No, I'm not even touching my phone.
Sam, he
Anyway,
got
go ahead,
offended.
Greg.
He's like, that's my country.
Go ahead, Griggs. This is your
Yo,
chance.
one second. What's they speak Portuguese in Brazil, right?
They speak Portuguese.
Ask Hamza once he comes back if he speaks Portuguese. He says Brazil's his country, right?
He's gonna make up Portuguese or
He'll
like
say obrigado. That's what he'll say.
But yeah, United out of possession, just terrible. Hey, we're just bad today, man. Credit to Crystal Palace, they were the better team, but I
Were
honestly
you surprised by the result?
No.
What were
Bro,
you expecting?
I was expecting this to get outplayed and beat. Bro, I said it after the Coventry game. I expected United to not win the Premier League game for the rest of the season. I know we beat Sheffield and stuff like that, but even in that game, we didn't play that well. We drew against Burnley. We lost to Palace. We're going to lose to you guys on Sunday. We're going to lose to Newcastle. And we're going to lose to Brighton. Bro, you got Hussein, since you watch NBA, you know when the team season ends, right? In the playoffs or the regular season, what's the saying? They're in Cancun. United, in terms of Premier League. Bro, we're in Cancun, bro. I'm with LeBron James right now, bro. I'm sipping margaritas on the beach. Life is good, bro. Life is good. I'm in Cancun. Hassan's in Cancun too. He don't got anything to fight for. Bro, it's nice over here, man. Nothing to stress about. There's really nothing to stress about with United. The season's over. I'm just waiting for the announcement that he's getting sacked. Hopefully it comes. And that's about it, man. In terms of
they're not going to sack him. They're going to let him leave on mutual consent.
For me, you know what? For me, that's a disgrace. I'm not going to lie. For me, him getting a lot to leave on his own terms is genuinely a disgrace to the club.
He's going to end up getting the Bayern Munich job.
That for me is disgraceful that he's allowed to leave on mutual termination.
What about if he goes into Bayern and does a good job?
I don't care.
And he wins the league.
I genuinely don't
That's
care.
gonna be
You
uncomfortable.
know why I don't care? Because for my football club, he's been abysmal. And you want to talk about Ajax days? Well, let's bring up Ajax days. Okay, he made that Champions League semifinal the 1 year. Guess what happened the year after? Chelsea, Lewis, you were in their group. You remember when they went up against you at Amsterdam and then they bottled it? Remember that? Guess what?
Basel.
No. Ajax. In
Oh, yeah.
Reece James scored that goal at Stamford Bridge.
The 4-4.
What happened to Ajax that year? They got grouped. The year after that, they got grouped again.
They lost their players. They lost their players.
They lost their players. Yeah,
Ajax had never done that well since they had Van der Vaart and the Maida days and Steven Pienaar.
He made Champions League semifinal. He made 1 year, and then he got grouped the next year.
More than 20 years.
He got grouped the year after that. And remember the year when he assembled crazy at Benfica?
That was brilliant.
That year in 21-22. Ten Hag went against Benfica that year in the Champions League quarterfinal, round of 16, and he lost when he was the favorite.
But he assembled the best Ajax team in the last 20 years. There's no doubt,
bro. Congratulations, man. That's good for him, bro. Good for him. And guess what? And Hamza, you know what he said when he came to my football club? He said he doesn't want to play Ajax-style football. So why do I care what he did at Ajax if he's not going to play Ajax-style football?
Because he doesn't have the players.
What does that matter to me? What does that matter to me? And what are your accomplishments as Ajax manager mean to me if you don't want to play Ajax ball? Because anything that you did there now is irrelevant because you're not going to play that style of football. So now I'm expecting you to create a style of football that can work for Manchester United. And over the last 18 months,
last season, did you want to win the cup or did last season when you had those kind of players, did you want to win that Carabao Cup or did you want a style of play? Would you have taken Arteta's what Arteta did? Eighth in the first 2 seasons.
Both.
Would you have accepted?
I want both.
You can't get both.
Well, he spent 400 million, so I want both.
Bro, don't compare it to Arteta.
Stop comparing him to Arteta because guess what? He's not Arteta.
Arteta came in mid-season and didn't spend 300 million.
No. Not Emery from the point of that he's not good enough to be managing at the top club.
It takes time to build, yeah? It does. Rome wasn't built in a day. He came in. Arteta.
I don't want to hear about head coaches from a club who employs Pep Guardiola because you don't know what it's like in the past 10 years to have a bad coach.
Bro,
you don't know what it's like.
Arteta came in mid-season.
I understand what you're saying.
1 second.
He could have come
comparing to Arteta. Arteta came in mid-season, spent no money. My man spent almost 500 million.
And it would have been very difficult because you as a United fan, you want trophies, yes or no? Or do you just want
trophies?
What do you want next year? If you get a manager, do you mind to finish 8th for season and not have a trophy and have a style of play?
Depends on the style of play. It really convinces me that it can
He
eventually.
plays the nice football.
No, I don't care about that. No, I don't. Nice football for me is not always like the tiki taka stuff like that. I want football that I believe can win me, can make me contend for leagues. That's what I want.
But okay, what he did like Arteta, he finishes 8th in the league, but you're seeing little play. But he might go on 8. Like Arteta lost 8 games at one point. From October to like this January, he lost.
Why are you making false comparisons?
Forget about Arteta. Arteta is an anomaly. Arteta is the anomaly. I don't like using that example. It all depends for me how much money is spent this summer. If United spend a lot of money this summer, then the expectations for next year change. But for me, this summer, I'm prioritizing getting rid of a lot of players because we're not going to be in Europe. So we don't need a big squad next year. We don't have to maximize.
So which are the players? Name me the players you want out. Definitely.
I want Wan-Bissaka out. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United, in my opinion.
That's bad.
I want Lindelof out. I don't think he's good enough for Manchester United either.
He's been injured. Go on.
Varane's leaving on a free, so that is what it is. He's already gone.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind. I've come around with Maguire. I wouldn't mind him staying for 1 more year. I'm not really opposed to it.
Johnny Evans.
I don't really care. He could leave or not. I don't.
So you're losing already 4 defenders.
Well, yeah, but we're looking at 3 center backs to sign anyway. That we're prioritizing.
Homegrown, by the way. Homegrown spots. Let's not forget that.
All right, we have Willie Kambwala who just got promoted, so there's that kid.
Okay.
He doesn't count. How old is he?
He doesn't.
Oh, it's that Tosin Adarabioyo guy. English, free, transfer.
Fulham.
Fulham. Yeah, no, I know that one, but Kambwala.
So you've got Tosin Adarabioyo from Fulham to get him for your
on a free transfer. I don't, bro. Varane's leaving on a free. He doesn't want to. He doesn't.
Okay,
he doesn't want to.
Varane leaves. He's a replacement, like Tosin.
He's one of the replacements. He's one of the replacements. There's multiple replacements.
So Tosin Adarabioyo, Willie Kambwala. Who's the other one?
I want Jared Branthwaite from Everton, personally.
Jared Branthwaite. Okay, look at that.
Or Todibo from Nice. One of the two. I think one of the two are getting signed. Left back.
How much money do you think you're gonna spend in the summer?
That's
250.
all those center backs is going to cost more than 250.
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Braithwaite,
First of all, no, they're
Braithwaite is
not.
costing 8
First of all,
million.
First
How
of
much?
all,
How much are these players going to cost you?
Tosin is
80
free.
million
He's on a free
Braithwaite,
transfer.
85.
Tosin's on a free
Okay,
transfer.
Tosin's free.
Todibo's about 35, 40 mil.
Okay.
And I said one of
Braithwaite,
Todibo or
maybe
Braithwaite.
80.
I said Todibo. One. I said one of Todibo or Braithwaite. I don't think we signed both, so that's fine.
Okay,
That's a
so
one.
Braithwaite is worth 85. That's what they're
So-
I don't know where. What about all these players you're trying to get? You're trying to get Elise. You're trying to get all these other guys too.
At least he has a release clause, so whatever it is that we're gonna pay. I think it's 60 mil.
He's got 85 million, 80 million release clause.
Well, it's not 80 million. It's like 60.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like 60. It's not that expensive.
Okay. Who else?
Midfield.
Elise for who?
I don't think you're going to see that big of an exodus for Manchester United.
I don't
'cause
see it.
I think you are, because a lot of people are on the last years of their contract.
Grigs, are
They're
you
not-
saying what you would do or what you think will happen?
Okay, so I think Wan-Bissaka has been on the transfer list for the past year. They've been wanting to get rid of him, and his contract expires next summer, so they have to sell now. Pretty much, they didn't extend them. One of Lindelof, Omar Gueye are leaving. Lindelof has interest from Galatasaray, so I think Lindelof leaves personally. Left back, I don't think anyone leaves. Midfield, Eriksen has interest from Galatasaray as well. I think Christian Eriksen leaves. McTominay, if a club from the Premier League offers United about 35, 40 mil, I think McTominay
Probably
will
like
leave.
a West Ham or something.
Yeah, if not, I think he stays. I don't know. Because
Who do you get then?
The midfield. I've heard Amadou Onana is the favorite. Personally, that's what I've heard.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you better. Onana
That
doesn't make
makes
you
you
better.
Everton. You become Everton. You got Braithwaite, you got Onana.
Onana's a
Braithwaite,
good player.
Onana, bro.
Like,
Don't
where
push
is going?
Onana.
You're basically going to Man United.
There's no
Everton
shame
and
in
see.
buying from lower level clubs, by the way. There's no shame in that. There's no shame
No,
in
I
that.
never said there's
100%,
shame
I
in it.
agree.
I'm
No,
just
I'm talking to
saying-
Hamza. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. But I don't know. I'm talking about the names that I've heard listed in the transfer targets. I've heard him. I've heard the DM from Sporting. Or was it Hoyland? Something like that. The Danish guy. There's probably a couple other midfielders. I don't know who exactly the top targets are. I would like Adam Wharton. I wanted him, and I've always said this about United. I think for me this summer, United should prioritize looking at the top young players from like the championship. That forget about waiting for them to take the next step. Get them now, because Adam Wharton can start or play major minutes for a lot of top 10 teams in the Premier League right now. Why wait for him to go to Palace and have him triple his value instead of going to get him now and play him? Because Adam Wharton could have played for us right now and he'd be better. He'd be playing with Kobe Mainoo. You can play both of them together. Who was in my midfield?
And he's only 20 years old, you know.
In the attack, I think
he's
Jadon
very
Sancho. Jadon Sancho's leaving. That's pretty much a confirmed. He wants to stay at Dortmund. United probably want to sell him. That's fine.
How much? 35 million of him?
35, 40. They made Champions League semifinals. They've made a lot of money this year.
Big loss for you guys.
No, I'd rather just take the loss though, instead of waiting for their contracts to expire.
Man
and
United
letting
is going to
one-
have to take a lot of losses.
But you know,
That's
Dortmund
fine.
are gonna.
That's true. On transfers, it's going to be an L.
But there's nothing wrong with taking losses. It's just, are you prepared to go through a transition
years.
year where
Next
you're
year,
gonna
I
have to
don't
get rid
expect
of
to
everything
finish
like
top-
Chelsea did?
I don't expect to finish top 4 next year, unless United like literally have a 10.
Yeah, but that's why Hamza's question is valid. Hamza's question ain't even that wild. He's saying,
Yeah.
do you want to be the next Arsenal? AKA, he's saying finish
eighth.
5th or 6th.
No,
or
I
whatever.
don't. No, but there's a difference between finishing 8th and there's a difference between finishing like 6th or 5th.
There isn't. It's not really that much of a difference, though, Griggs.
No. Because
Look,
8th means
Griggs,
no
Griggs.
European football at all. United cannot
Us-
go back-to-back years without European football.
Look,
That's
So you
embarrassing.
would want to finish in Europa League spots.
Yes, I want to finish at least minimum Europa League spots. When I look at the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
You have Arsenal and City for me are the 2 best teams in the league next year.
Yeah.
I think that's certified, right? So that's fine. Liverpool,
Yeah.
we'll see what happens with Arne Slot. We'll see what happens. I still expect you to finish top 6 minimum though. That's guaranteed. You're not falling below that.
Fair.
So that's fine, right? Yes, Spurs, who for me, Angie's on fraud watch next year because 2024 they've been really bad. The fact that Chelsea can potentially catch up to them shows that Spurs have been pathetic for most of 2024. And if it wasn't for the first 10 games of the year where they went on that hot streak, they'd be battling around me right now. So for me, I think Ange, we'll see if he can adjust to the league. Otherwise, they could easily have a fall off next year. Aston Villa, do we expect Unai Emery to be able to cope with Champions League and Premier League? Because in
You never know.
2024, they haven't been that good either.
They don't have the squad.
Are they
They're
building?
on the squad.
Emery's a good manager.
So
Good
United,
squad they'll build.
the fact is,
Yeah, but it depends who they sign. So it's a lot of
And
unknowns.
Hussam,
But
Hussam,
Newcastle
the
to get up
benefit
there
of
though.
Manchester United is we have enough money to spend to kind of speed up a process. Like Arsenal don't have our kind of money, right? They don't have our kind of
Chelsea
money.
done that. Look how well it's worked out for
No,
them,
no,
the process.
No, I'm not saying spend $1 billion.
Hey, I am
6
6 points off fifth, exactly where I said this team of players should be.
Exactly. Chelsea, they're going to finish top 6. That's what we expected. But I think with
But
United,
he's refusing that, Lewis. That's the difference.
He
He's saying he doesn't want that place.
He doesn't want
He's
that.
saying
I said top
he
6.
expects that.
That's for him. I want it. I need the rotation for these players. I need another trophy.
I think for me, United next year's priority is to get a coach in that can play a sustainable style of football that can.
Who do you want? Who do you want? You.
Are you trying to get Conference League?
No, I don't want Conference League. I'd rather finish in no Europe.
There's one manager I don't want them to get. Which manager do you want?
All right, so I'm looking at the targets, right? Forget about who I want, because like that, I'm not. I want to deal with Simeone, but it's never happening, right? I want Simone Inzaghi, that's never happening. So okay, so I think it's not. I think it's down to 2 targets personally. I think it's De Zerbi or Tuchel. I think those are the 2 targets. Personally, I personally think United are getting.
Wait, 1 second. How can you say De Zerbi or Tuchel? Forget Southgate. Potter is 100% on the top 2 list. 100%.
No, he's not.
There's favorites here. I've got it.
No, he's not.
Actually,
Griggs, if I said Southgate, I'd be waffling.
Southgate might be number 1
is a real
candidate.
thing.
Graham
Southgate
Potter,
might be number 1
Graham
candidate.
Potter is still flirting with Ajax.
Griggs, you know Potter is a real thing. You know I didn't make it. That's one
He's
is real.
potentially like up. He's on the
Even
list. But I don't
Ratcliffe
think he's
liked
top
Potter when he
candidate.
was at
Hey,
Leeds.
Potter
you
will
know?
make sure the boys give everything.
I think Tuchel would be their best choice.
I personally, I am on the wave. I think Thomas Tuchel would probably make the most sense because I think it's the best bridge between what United are in desperate need of.
Yes.
I think United need a manager that can kind of win now in the sense like he can get you competing, but it also you could do the project. He could be like a bridge gap in a way that you can get your players in, right? Because he's not going to have any say in transfers, right? United, and he also said they're in charge of all of that. So he just has to coach. And whether you rate Thomas Tuchel or not, as a coach, he's one of the best in the world. As a tactician, he's up there. He can create a game plan that can get you cooking. Lewis,
Big
tell you
up
about
Tuchel.
You want to know something though? The backroom staff and everything that's changing behind the scenes can give you more confidence than anything else.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I think with me, I think I bring Tuchel in, and next year my expectation with Thomas Tuchel is finish top 6, fight for what's it called?
Brother talks about sustainability and wants Tuchel. This is the type of shit I just don't get.
No,
it.
but Hussam, they need defensive solidity.
Tuchel is zero sustainability. Zero.
They don't care about sustainability right now. They just need to fix up the squad.
At Dortmund, he took over a project club in Dortmund, and he did pretty well with them.
He was no.
But that Dortmund team won the league.
Stop.
No.
Klopp won 2 titles and got that team to Champions League final. Don't tell me that was a project.
Thomas Tuchel went up against a much better Bayern Munich than Jurgen Klopp ever did until
Here we go.
No, Klopp was better, man. Klopp was way.
I'm not saying Tuchel's better than Klopp. I'm saying Thomas Tuchel went up against a much better.
You know, Jurgen Klopp only went up against Robben and Ribery and Schweinsteiger and Toni Kroos and Neuer and all these players.
And Thomas Tuchel is going up against a Bayern Munich, a Pep Guardiola, who's the best league manager the world's ever seen.
That's not the point. No one's disputing the Pep point. You're acting like Tuchel went and to manage Dortmund that were 7th or 8th or 9th.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying he took over their project. He won them their trophy.
Dortmund was not a project club at the time, though. They weren't.
Yeah.
They challenged for the league every year. What do you mean project?
I'm talking about project club in terms of like it's young players, and you just trying to make them play. You're trying to.
What's the difference between Tuchel and Di Matteo? What's the difference?
Respect Thomas Tuchel, man. No. That's so disrespectful.
Okay.
That is so disrespectful.
Yeah.
What do you mean respect Thomas Tuchel? Di Matteo and him done the
That's
same.
a bit far.
Well,
Big up to Di Matteo. Big up to Di Matteo.
Thomas Tuchel managed that Dortmund.
His whole reputation, Grigs, his whole reputation is based. Okay, well, let me tell you the point and then fight it. His whole reputation is built on winning the Champions League with Chelsea. His whole
it's not.
Everything. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes.
No, it's not. No, it's
His
not.
whole
It's a big part.
reputation
It's a big part.
It's a massive part. Thank you. It's a massive part of it. That's the same thing.
But like to say Di Matteo though, that's a big extreme. Tuchel is actually a very good tactician. Let's not do that.
Disprove it. What?
No, it's like Rafa Benitez is.
No, because you're saying that based off CV.
Leading Liverpool to the Champions League. Compare it to Rafa Benitez. Don't compare him to Di Matteo.
Not as a manager. As a manager, it's different. Tuchel is better.
Bro, Thomas Tuchel
is way better as a manager. You're thinking CV, bro.
If you look at his underlying numbers, by the way, with Dortmund, he had Dortmund putting up as the same numbers as Bayern Munich. He just didn't have the quality that Bayern Munich had because Bayern Munich had the best squad in Bundesliga. That's no debate. at PSG, the best version of PSG has been under Thomas Tuchel. The year that they made the Champions League final against Bayern Munich,
I think he got the best numbers in Neymar as well.
Yeah, he got the best numbers in Neymar. That was Thomas Tuchel. Di Matteo will never have the dream of managing.
I remember
our Chelsea team was 9th before he joined.
The Chelsea team that he took, he did that. This
Lampard said they won't win anything.
This Bayern Munich team, by the way, this season has better numbers than a couple of the Bayern title-winning teams. He's just going up against an undefeated team.
I remember.
Leverkusen have not lost a game this year, by the way. How are you expected to win a league against a team that has not lost a game?
I remember Thomas Tuchel, yeah? He started Weigl and destroyed Weigl. And I remember when his last season, listen, I remember he had fights with Weidenfeller, the keeper, Sabotic, and then the midfielder. Who's the Polish midfielder? And I remember
Blaszczykowski.
Yeah, that guy. And I remember Sven Misseltat had a fight with him. Sven Misseltat, remember Osama told you the story. Sven Misseltat and the coaches fought for him. And they even said he's the most difficult guy they've ever worked with him. He tried to push for a signing of Emre Topak, this player that became a failure. He argued with Dortmund for hours and weeks to sign this nobody.
His talent ID is fucking shit. Let's say it as
no, bro,
that's why he's not gonna have.
You can't let him make the decisions.
Yeah.
The thing is,
he seems to get the best out of his players.
No,
this is
He's with the talent ID.
I think
people laughing about Eric Dyer and he's getting a tune out of him. Like,
you know what? How about I listen to the quote of
his players?
Bro, Leverkusen are going unbeaten.
Bro, no,
let's not undermine Leverkusen.
Nah, he's getting sacked not because of Leverkusen.
Leverkusen are literally unbeaten.
I remember,
brother, you lost to Zagreb. That's why he got sacked. With like one shot.
Listen,
man, who won the Champions League? He'd still get sacked by Bayern.
Let me dunk on him.
Thomas Tuchel might win a Champions League, by the way.
1 second.
I just want
to agree with Grigs for a second. Can we not lie? Listen to Grigs.
By the way, Thomas Tuchel. Now, got 1 second. Thomas Tuchel, by the way, has only lost one game against Real Madrid in his whole career. By the way, and that one game that he lost was the Benzema hat trick at the bridge, because that second leg, Chelsea should have knocked out Madrid if it wasn't for the handball in the box.
Listen,
they outplayed them at the Bernabeu. He absolutely cooked Real Madrid.
No, he cooked Real Madrid.
That first leg in Munich, Bayern Munich was a much superior team.
Grigs, Jurgen Klopp cooked Ancelotti in a final and we lost 1-0.
Listen, Hussam.
If you lose, you
lose. What
lose.
does that have to do? I'm talking about Thomas Tuchel versus Ancelotti.
He's a cup manager.
He's in a position to advance past Real Madrid, and he could do it. He's done it before.
That's not the point, Grigs. The point is, Hamza just said the key.
He's a cup manager.
Is a cup manager, and you want something.
What
you described at the start.
I don't expect Thomas Tuchel to win the league for me. I don't expect Thomas Tuchel to win the league.
Oh no, someone who's great in the domestic cups.
I'm saying someone who's sustainable can get.
What handicap?
Can Thomas Tuchel get me top 4? Can Thomas Tuchel get me top 4?
No, 1 second.
Why not? Why can he not?
Let me answer.
Who's getting your team top 4?
Let me answer.
He got that Chelsea team top 4. That team wasn't good.
Let me answer that question.
That team wasn't good. Jorginho Kante alone is better than your whole team.
That team was never going to compete for a title.
I know the answer.
Back-to-back years, he had Chelsea with amazing metrics
in the league. Yeah, 1 second.
Why can he not do that with United in the league?
He lost to Villa. He lost to Villa on a final day. And they were looking at Leicester City and Tottenham game, wallahi. Because
what did he do 3 weeks later?
Because they wanted Leicester to beat Tottenham, and he only finished 4th on technicality. This guy got dunked by a Division 2 team. What's the name? I forgot. But what's that? Plymouth. That guy were making him sweat like a dog.
Well, I don't get.
Oh fuck you! Why did you remind me about that game?
Oh my God!
Made him sweat like
if you don't rate Thomas Tuchel and you don't like Manchester United, surely you should want them to hire.
I got my homework.
I promise you, Tuchel would get a tune out of United.
I think Thomas Tuchel would be good at United simply because Manchester United. Manchester United, as of late, a lot of their teams that have been semi-decent have had a good defensive shape, and their offense has been like freestyle football. So if they bring in Thomas Tuchel, he's gonna get them drilled defensively well, and the offensive side, they have enough quality to get goals. They just need a good defensive.
All right, cool. We won. Actually, I'm here for it.
No,
we are not having a debate about someone who wasn't here.
Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, I will switch off the stove.
Thomas Tuchel's job at United is to steady the ship.
We are not doing that.
Allowing us to bring in the players.
Last year he got by
that
Munich.
can compete for the future.
He luckily won the league because Dortmund lost on the final
Because
day.
Dortmund bottled
This year he's given Bayer Leverkusen in the first
1 second,
ever league title.
guys. Instead of just shutting down the Thomas Tuchel point, who would you bring in?
You're not using any context, so it is what it is. But we're
Hamza,
acting like
Hamza, instead of dunking on Tuchel, who would you bring in if you're United?
Okay, Egal. Perfect answer. Ruben Amorim. Done. All problems solved.
No.
Attacking football, specific system, sustainable football. He'll bring in that specific style that's attacking, that's offensive week in, week out. Sporting Lisbon, by the way, are the third
okay, what's the difference between Amorim and Ten Hag?
1 second. They're the third biggest club in Portugal. And before then, for 20 years, they didn't win a single league title. He's about to win 2 and 4 with them, with having his best player sold every year. So I'm saying that is would be a very smart appointment. I would be really upset if they get Amorim. I would actually celebrate if they get Tuchel, because I know Grigs and the entirety of the United fans within 16 months would be Tuchel out. I promise you. And remember this.
You could say that about anybody. You could say that about anybody.
Amorim out within 6 months.
When it's sustainable and you're seeing signs, it's different.
You could be slot out next season.
What's the difference between Amorim and Ten Hag? What's the difference? Forget about Ten Hag before United. We're looking at Ten Hag, the Ajax manager. Forget about what's happening at United. Ten Hag, the Ajax manager, and Amorim, the Sporting manager. What's the difference?
Actually, I'll tell you honestly what's the difference. The difference is you guys trusted Ten Hag in the transfer market, and I think that's the biggest mistake. If you just actually, because at Ajax, they had a specific system and style which he did not. It's not like Ten Hag sat there and went like, you know what, let's sign this guy. The problem is you gave Ten Hag fully the keys and you let him make transfers. That's where he messed up your club.
Overmars is finished. No one's hiring him. He had a second.
Had you had a structure above him and you said Ten Hag, you're going to get this guy, that guy. By the way, we learned from that mistake because Slot, you already know my opinions on Slot, but the titles are now what? Slot is only head coach, not manager, because he's not going to be making transfer decisions. We're not allowing Slot to come in here and get me a bunch of Feyenoord players, give me Gertruda and fucking Santiago Jimenez. He's making the decisions are going to get made by the people above. By the way, it's the same thing with Pep. You think Pep was sat there watching Julian Alvarez? No, but the scouts came to him and they're like, yo, there's this guy. He plays this way. He does this. And he's like, okay, get him in. That's the point. So,
money as well.
Guys, Grigs has been on the hot seat for a long ass time. I want to move on. Let me just say big up to everyone who's watching us. There is 1,100 people still watching us even at this time in the night. So please like the video, please subscribe. All of these guys, links are in the description. Go subscribe to their channels too. Hamza Talks Football, Carefree Lewis, Egal Talks Football, Grigs Talks. This is our 38th A-listers episodes. Let's get to 500 likes ASAP. Big up my guy Vin, who says like and subscribe for United Tears. Yes, sir. Make sure you guys are liking the video regardless, whether it's for United Tears or not. Big up to my guy Daniel, who says Eze, Olise, and Mateta cooked United. Europa League or bye-bye, Poch up the Chelsea. Big up everyone, even Egal. What do you say, even Egal? Like,
yeah, Daniel and I have been beefing for a long time. Big up Daniel.
I know Daniel as well. Big up my guy Daniel, man.
Bless guy.
Big up to Hussein, who says I'm done with this club. This is not the club I grew up loving. This is Gracia. And Arsenal, please have mercy on me. Anyways, always big up to my guys, Hussam and Hamza. Big up to you, Hussein. This is one of the guys that you speak to us on Spaces, Hamza.
Hussein, his name was Head J. I thought it was Hoyland. Now,
if we beat Man United 2-0, I'm happy. I don't care.
Hey, listen, United got something for me. United got something for me on Sunday.
No, we don't, bro. No, we don't. We don't got nothing for you.
I'm gonna cook you. I'm
gonna say the same thing to you. I told the guy.
We're doing this part 2. I'm gonna do it longer. So you better get me.
Expecting me to beat Arsenal is like a guy expecting Spurs to beat City. It's not happening. Give it up.
We're brothers, man. Don't forget it. We're
brothers. I actually have some hope in Spurs making.
I don't know why you have any hope in Spurs beating City, bro. I don't know why you have any hope in that.
Actually, no, I don't even need to tell you to beat Tottenham. Just,
protect the reputation of Manchester, please.
No, that's just a reputation.
Okay, guys. Let's move on. Big up to Mookie, who says sorry for spam. We love you all. Big up to you, Mookie, once again. Thank you so much for the spam. Shout out to all people from Bosnia. Tell me how many BAM I need if I want to visit Bosnia for like a week. Give me a number. Hamza, I want your content every day. You never walk alone, goat. He see how the Liverpool fans love you? That's why I tell you, don't
I
cook my
love
club.
them. They're my brothers, man.
They're always in
Come
your
on.
chat. They're always, I go to your chat, it's always Liverpool fans. I told you 100 times, don't cook them. Fraud.
I know.
Big up to you. Big up to Dakay, who says if Spurs and Newcastle lose one game and Chelsea win all three, Chelsea will be 5th.
Up the Chelsea. Up the Chelsea. Big up.
Hold. Big up to you.
What do you mean hold? Who's been calling these players middle season and they're going to be exactly where I told them to be? How about you hold? How about you hold? Yeah, and look, we finally have a decent structure and look at how we're cooking. Hold.
You know why? Enzo's out.
Hold.
Yeah.
Don't even start this tired.
Enzo's been playing injured.
We're not doing
hindering your team.
Yeah, because he's been playing injured for 6 months. And that would hinder your team.
He's injured. He should have sat out.
Egal,
ask the manager. Ask the guy who picks the lineup.
Section is next.
Why don't you ask the guy who picks the lineup?
Guys, Chelsea section is
Does Enzo make the starting lineup? Does he decide who plays? Does he think, oh, I'm going to put Gallagher in the 10 today. I'm going to go and put Chilwell at left back? No. So,
the reason why
are we done with this tired Enzo agenda? Or is this going to be what the whole Chelsea section is about? Because I'm not with it. I'm not with talking about someone who hasn't even played.
Egal. Let me finish the super chats, then we'll go Chelsea. Wallahi, we'll go Chelsea. You know, and Lewis, you won, so you start the section. Big up to you, okay? I can't lie to you. If you finish 5th, that Poch should win manager of the season. Hamza, you're shameless.
We finished 5th. It's exactly where I said the squad should be.
Yeah, I called him Hoyland Jr.
So you see how it switches. You see how I can switch it back.
Can I just be shameless? Can I be shameless?
Yeah. Okay, cool. That I can be shameless.
Yeah, give him manager of the year. He deserves it. Madwake is in 5th.
And these players are as good as I said they should be for this season.
Big up to you, Hussein. Hamza, your shameless for going by Hoyland Jr. There is a backstory behind this, I can tell. Big up to deluded Chelsea fan. # football wars of the world and back. He says, Lewis, talk about Enzo. We will. Chelsea section. Just hold tight, deluded. Big up to Top MG who says, Hamza, you should revoke Manchester from United. There you are.
That's why I called it Banterchester United.
Man said just remove
Manchester divided.
Saying back again, he says the 2 biggest problem in United is the Shaitan name and our delusional fans. Every time excuses and celebrating rivals failure rather than a success. I'll say one thing. Ever since that You're a Devil Aria ad, your club has been in absolute shambles. Never do a pro-Satanism advertisement ever again. Big up to Hassan who says, how can you go from this guy talks too much to defending him? Walking contradiction. Hamza, we know your game. It is true, to be fair. It is true. But Hamza, listen. 1 week Muslim, 1 week Christian, 1 week Hindu, 1 week Buddhist.
I'm straight.
This week, Liverpool's the biggest club in England. Next week is, listen, he lives the moment. That's why we love him. Big up to Jason says, United to draw versus Arsenal, win FA Cup, Erik ten Hag sacked, yeah, win FA Cup. And then you woke up and it was only just a dream. It's not going to happen. Big up to you, Jason. Big up to Pritam who says, going through the Berry Cup phase. Thank you guys for putting a smile on my face. Big up the man. Then big up to you, Pritam. This is what I want you to do. I'm going to tell you right now, based on my 6 experiences in this position. What I want you to do is, first thing, go make gym membership tomorrow. I want you to go lift like you have never lifted before in your life. And I want you to make the biggest comeback. And when she comes back crawling, just send her a middle finger as a response. Big up to you, Pritam.
Don't do too much too early, though. The muscle soreness will kill you.
Hit that muscle.
That's true.
Big
up to Pratik who says Spurs to win the Europa League next season. There you are. You put Spurs to win in the same super chat. Come on, Pratik. I know you're a Spurs fan, but you're better than this. Wallah, you're better than us. Big up to you. Big up to Jack who says, what's the difference between Farteta and Poch? There you are. There you are. I think Arteta would have this Chelsea team in 15th, but you know that's a different point for a different day. Big up to you,
What,
Jack.
do you think Arteta would have them 15th?
Arteta would okay.
Yeah, go on, Egal. No, I'm not even gonna bother.
15 is too far, but I think he'd have them below Poch. Big up to Muki says 0 bam. I'm paying everything. That's real love.
So you think Pochettino is a better manager than Arteta?
Yes, I do. Big up to you, Muki. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate
based on
you.
What?
Tell you based on what? Love, my brother. Listen, 1,100 people in here. Slap the like button. Subscribe right here, right now. So
I can't believe we cooked Man United for 1 hour 26 minutes. Is that the longest?
No, that's not the longest. The longest actually.
Yeah,
was
you
when
cooked them for like 45 minutes.
When I lost was the longest. You know that's that fucking answer, you bozo. Anyway, Go ahead, Lewis. Talk to me about Chelsea. You get me.
Yeah, what a great performance. West Ham got absolutely put in a spliff. Thankfully, we kept to the same tactics that we saw from the last two games. It's annoying that it's taken us to match day 35 to get to this point, but I'm glad that we've got here because as much as I feel like I've underestimated the race for Europa because the race for top four people drop points a lot. The race for Europa, it's even worse. It's like there are points being dropped left, right, and center, and somehow I've already pulled myself into 7th. Somehow, we are 6 points off Tottenham in 5th. City will beat them. If we beat Forest, we can take that to 3 points. Hopefully, Burnley and Sheffield United do us a favour. We might be able to get 5th, exactly where I've said this squad should be played at. It's just the structure's not been good. Players have also missed chances as well. And the manager has just been absolutely pathetic for about 8 months. But now, he's actually got us playing some good football, which is nice. It's still way too late for me to ever change my opinion on this manager for this season. But if we're somehow stuck with him next season and he hits the ground running, I might just go and let him cook a little bit. But for now, no. No, it's taking you to match day 35 to get us cooking like this. Like, we've given up so much ground. I should be above Tottenham right now, in all honesty, with the amount of points that they've been dropping recently. But the players, absolutely excellent. Like, from the first player to the last, Chalobah has been unbelievable for us. I really hope we keep him. He's a one Cobham graduate I want us to have. Caicedo balling out again. Madueke's decision-making has improved so much over the last 2-3 games. It's good that we've actually started, giving him some extra minutes, some extra starts, because we haven't really been doing that. And it's been a bit of the reason why he hasn't been able to kick on. But now he's building in confidence. He was making the right decisions. He was involved in, I think, 3 or 4 of the goals. It was brilliant from him. Jackson, amazing hold-up play, good timing of runs, 2 goals. Can't ask for more from him in that respect. Basically, everybody played well. Everybody played well. So, yeah, probably the best performance we've had this season. Hopefully, we keep this going for the next 3 games, and we'll see where we end up. But, yeah, West Ham got battered. It was beautiful to see.
Yeah, you guys absolutely.
Hamza, you went off cam for the Chelsea section? Anyway,
what?
Go ahead, Egal.
Yeah, you guys absolutely destroyed West Ham. And as much as I'm always on here and I'm criticizing Chelsea, I'll give you guys credit. And you guys well deserved. You guys have found form late in the season, and it really does remind me of what Arsenal used to do back in the days when late in the season we'd make runs and we'd find ourselves in better positions than we were. Even when we finished 8th those years, majority of those times we were 10th or 11th, and we were just find ourselves late in the season making runs, getting some wins together. And I'm seeing a similar thing from you guys. What you guys are doing right now, hopefully you guys, for your own sake, you guys can push on for next season. But the Cucurella change, big up to Cucurella. He's performing very well in that inverted left back role, really helping out your midfield. Conor Gallagher in the deeper role, closer to Caicedo with Enzo out. You can see the work rate is really helping you guys out. In the final third, his passing can let him down, but his work rate is really why he's in that midfield.
And now we can push Caicedo a bit further as well, and we can use his passing more.
There you go. And then your attack.
Where the fuck is Lavia as well?
I actually have to give your attack some credit because
you rushed him back for 30 minutes and he got injured again.
As poor.
Or a coach.
You don't want me to give Chelsea praise, do you?
That's
no, sorry, I was responding to Sam, but go on.
Just everything is Poch. That's medical team. He's not Dr. Poch, bro. It's the doctor.
He's the one who decided to bring him on.
Yeah,
but he clearly wasn't sharp.
So. The doctors told him so.
Yeah. They would be the ones to say bring him on, sure.
Yeah, the doctors will be like, Lavia's fit to play, not Poch.
He's still the one that selected him, and he re-injured himself after 30 minutes.
Yeah, but that's not on Poch. That's on the fucking medical team. That's
Whatever.
what happened to Mo Salah, by the way. That's what happened to Mo Salah.
I was just going to say,
my medical team.
I can sit here and speak about Cole Palmer, but we spoke about him a lot already this season. I can sit here and speak about Jackson. We know he's not a clinical finisher, but he can get you a bunch of goals. Chelsea, the one person I'm looking at in your attack and I'm saying, you know what, they're really impressing me is Madueke. Madueke in the last couple games, him performing the way that he's performing on that side, on that right hand side, and Cole Palmer in the 10 has really transformed your attack a little bit more, because that left side you still haven't figured out. But Madueke, the way he's performing right now on the right, he's causing a lot of people problems. And his performances and his improvement in the late end of the season is not a coincidence. Your attack is clicking the way it is. Because in the Aston Villa game, he was crucial. In the game versus West Ham, he's been crucial. And guys were saying to me, Madueke is cooking a couple of days ago. And I was like, yeah, it's one game. But now he's doing it consecutive games. You got to give him credit where credit's deserved. And yeah, Pochettino, I think Pochettino has bought himself time. Genuinely. No disrespect to anybody who wants him out. Chelsea fans can still want him out. But based on what he's doing, if he gets you guys Europa League, even if he gets you guys Conference League, for the way how poor you guys were to start the season, to finish this well late in the season, it can only be signs for improvement for maybe going into next season. And I don't think constantly changing the manager will cause you guys to improve. I think you need some level of consistency and a manager to actually coach these players. And
I agree. It's just I need that with someone I have faith in. I hear all of that, but I believe that was someone I'd have faith in. I don't have faith in Poch based off the last 10 months. But I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
He can earn that faith back by getting you guys Europa League potentially. And then of course
he can earn that next season.
Next season when you guys actually go and address the striker position. Because we can see
it is with the right person.
1 second. We can sit here and laugh at Chelsea, but you're a striker, you're a clinical striker away, and a couple of defenders to being a lot better and a lot more closer to where you should be. But you also need to give somebody time to actually coach these young players, because constant change for a young team can cause
it's very bad. I agree.
Can 100%. Send the wrong message. One manager will be telling them one way,
which is what makes the support.
Another manager will come in and you'll just have to start from scratch. When you have young players, you have a young team.
I told you until next season.
One voice can be a good thing. And Poch has shown before at Tottenham that he can actually coach a team and get them up a level. Where if you guys were to have sacked him mid-season, who knows if you guys would have gone on this good run? Maybe you would have with the new manager bounce, but it might not be sustainable.
If you bring in the right coach, yes. But that's the worry as well. That's where the directors come in, because I don't even have that much faith in them.
I think if Chelsea sack Pochettino, and in a managerial market where Liverpool, Manchester United, Bayern, and all these other clubs are also Barcelona are looking for managers, you guys are causing yourselves more problems than you need. Staying with Pochettino is probably the best.
That's why you can't get into it too late.
And also, even if you were to sack Pochettino, who's to say Clear Lake are going to get it right? They've gotten everything.
I hear that.
So I'm not sitting here.
It's a shame that we have to go into that with them again. I want the directors gone too, but like that
You're more
doesn't mean the
negative about
manager's in the
Chelsea
right
than I
one
am
for
today.
us.
What's going on? I'm just telling you that you need to be a little bit more optimistic.
I'm agreeing with your points, but I'm just not agreeing with the part of him staying. Because like I think he's done way too much damage with the season anyway.
I think if you were to try to make a managerial change right now, you'll be surprised how many managers will not be wanting to come to Chelsea.
Not now. It has to be end of the season.
There's an objective reason why Poch should stay at Chelsea right now, and Egal mentioned it. Low-key, the manager market stinks right now. This is just a reality. This has nothing to do with
there's too many jobs available
or any disagreement. You look at the managers available currently to take over. If you're trying to build something sustainable with children and buy like a couple of players in the summer, then
that's why you got to get experience this summer too.
Yeah, but that's what
it's not just any one solution, but like the manager changing to me is one part of the solution for us.
No, but I don't think it's the solution.
I think Amorim.
I already know you don't think that
for Chelsea.
Okay, here's the thing with Amorim. I think that's the wrong appointment for Chelsea, but it's the right appointment for you. The reason why it's the wrong appointment for Chelsea is the team that Chelsea currently have, the squad, plus let's say they make 3-4 signings this summer, is not an Amorim team to manage.
Why is it not?
Like I wanted Amorim to manage Liverpool because of the players that we have that are actually good.
Why is it not though? They have three center. Chelsea can play a back three, by the way. They have the center back.
No. I'm not talking about style. I'm not talking about.
I think there's been questions of if Amorim could get if his style of play suits the midfield we have, which like we kind of need to prioritize that midfield.
You don't have like.
I'm not talking about style. I'm talking about level of player, Grigs. That's what I'm talking about.
But you talk about youth, all the youth that they have. What better guy than the guy that's proven that he could work with youth to a high level?
No, but that's no. That's different. Amorim is not how you work with youth manager. Amorim is like someone you'd get genuinely if you want to win the league. I'm actually being serious, Grigs.
Why would you want Amorim to win the?
If we got Amorim, I'd expect a league title within 2 years. But that's because of the level of player we have. okay, here's my basic level of this is my analysis. Okay, because Lewis can come here and say, if he didn't make this mistake here, if he didn't make this mistake there, fair enough. If he didn't make the mistake here and there, you'd have been better off. But at the same time, if your players took their chances first half against Wolves, took their chances against City in the first half, like we can go back and forth with it's. Let's just say players and manager to blame. By the way, and you even know my.
I still think the manager's more to blame than the players. But I hear you with the
agree,
players.
by the way. I agree because I said 10% Poch and 5% players. The 85%.
No, I hear the agree, but like I feel like when we talk about Chelsea more, you talk more about the players than you do the manager when it comes to his mistakes.
Yeah, I do, because you guys actually believe it's a top 4 team. It's really not. It's not a top 4 team. Think about this
competing
logically.
for top 4, competing for top 4, and look at me. I'm 6 points off.
When you look at who finished 4th place, who has a better squad, Villa or Chelsea?
Villa.
I am 6 points off 5th already.
I'm not 100% sure about
So,
that.
I'm taking more players from Wolves than I'm from Chelsea. That's not an insult. That's just reality, bro. Because here's the thing. Okay,
Villa have a better team than Chelsea.
On a real, right? Here, listen to the logic, Griggs.
Okay, that's fine. Villa might have, but that proves
Lewis' point, though. Hear me out, Griggs. I'm actually going to make a genuine objective point. The problem is when we think about Chelsea, we think about what the player can be 2 years from now, not what he is right now. Forget what Caicedo could become, Gusto could become, Enzo could become, Madueke could become, Mudryk could become. Talk about their level now, right this very second. That's the difference. You get it?
All right. Who has a better team, Spurs or Chelsea?
Spurs, 100%.
Spurs.
And that's why I call out Spurs as manager, because their team is actually good. Maddison, Bissouma, Sarr, Romero, Van de Ven, Pedro Porro, Udogi, Vicario, Son alone
Chelsea
is better
don't
than
need to
that.
have 2 center backs close to any of the center
Son
backs.
alone is better than their whole forward line. If they had just Son, if Chelsea just had Son,
okay, no,
they'd be
one
like
second. 1 second. If you do a combined 11 of Spurs
Palmer.
and Chelsea's front 3, Chelsea get 2 of the 3 guys in.
Yeah, but then you do the rest of the team.
Jackson and Son.
But then you do the rest of the team. They don't get nothing.
Look at Grigs being so shameless. I'm saying Son. I'm saying Son is better than their whole forwards, which is true.
Not really. This season, Cole Palmer has been a better player than Heung-min Son.
I'm not mentioning Palmer. I'm not talking about Palmer.
Oh, so he doesn't count in the forward line.
Forwards, like striker, basically, like the guys that are supposed to be on the end of the chances.
Okay. If we're gonna do a Spurs, 1 second. If we're gonna do a Spurs Chelsea combined 11, the back 4 plus the goalkeeper is Spurs. The midfield, Madison.
No.
One second. Let me do my team, and then you tell me what I'm wrong with afterwards. The midfield, Madison gets in, get 100%. Son is in. Who else would be in? Basuma's not in because he's been shit.
Midfield.
Basuma's not in because he's shit.
Sarr, Caicedo, Madison.
Caicedo, Madison, and who?
And
Conor Gallagher.
No, Sarr is actually so good, bro.
I would put Gallagher. I would put Gallagher in.
Fair
so
enough.
It would be Gallagher. So far, you
what
have
was the defense?
2 Chelsea players. So 4 Chelsea players get in the team. Gallagher, Caicedo, and what do you call it? Cole Palmer and Jackson. I think that's fair.
What about the defense?
No defenders. Not one Chelsea defender gets into
Spurs. No Reece James.
Nothing.
Oh my God, you're cutting.
Reece James hasn't played 1 minute this season, bro.
He's played 8 games.
We're talking ability.
We're talking about what you've done this season.
No, but if we're talking ability, then I'm going to put in Kunku ahead of Jackson. I'm going to change the whole team. If we're talking ability, I'm going to go fucking.
But that's what I'm talking about with this. Reece James would be the right back.
Ability doesn't win you games.
And even then, I'd even push Gusto.
1 second. We're talking about performance.
The player isn't available.
Bro, Reece James.
I'm talking ability.
1 second. Reece James has played less minutes than Thiago Silva.
I'm not talking appearances. I'm talking ability.
In my opinion, I think Gusto's better than Pedro Porro.
Lewis, that would be like me making a combined.
Why is that a stop it? Why is that a stop it?
Just because of ability.
Bro, I'm gonna put Reece James if we're doing a combined 11 because I'm assuming we say all fit players. Well, all players are fit.
The point of the argument. The point of the argument is Spurs have a better team than Chelsea, which means by definition.
Yeah, didn't you say who has the better team?
Hear me out.
No, actually, once you ask for a combined 11.
So I'm picking the better right back, and the better right back is James.
Well, actually, if you go,
your best right back is Gusto. James isn't even.
My best right back is Reece James.
Your best right back is Gusto. James is going to get sold.
Say Chelsea are better.
James is
cannot
going to
say
be
Chelsea
playing
are
for
better
friggin' Aston
using a
Villa in
player
2
that
years.
isn't available.
Yeah,
It's not
sure.
possible.
I mean, if we
It's not
are gonna go
possible.
squad for squad,
Well, we said we were doing the better team, so I was picking my better players.
Bro,
Reece James.
that's like Husam picking Thiago Alcantara. He doesn't play.
So you could be entitled to pick that too, because we weren't talking about availability. We were talking about
No.
ability.
Well,
I'm talking
about
we can't go
performances.
Egal, can I just say one thing?
Newcastle
Lewis,
is
you're
better
missing
than
the
everyone
point.
that we just mentioned.
No one here is saying Reece James is not better than all of Spurs' right backs. Our question is, Grigs just asked, who has a better team, Spurs or Chelsea? The reason why I say Spurs, I cannot count a player from Chelsea who hasn't been available all year long. You get it? Because you're using a player to aid your argument who doesn't play. That's the issue.
You're
Might
just
as well
looking
say
at it from a
Fofana's
completely
better
different
than
perspective.
Van de Ven.
And that's the logical perspective because the guy played 8
Spurs have the
games
best
all year
center
long.
back.
No, but you weren't
Spurs have the
specific.
best center back.
So I went on ability, and
tell you my
ability is
combined
Reece
11.
James.
Okay. I'll tell you my combined 11. My combined 11 is Vicario, Gusto. I'll go 2 Spurs centre backs, Udogi. I'm going to go Pape Matisar. I'm going to go Caicedo. I'm going to go Madison. I'm going to go Son, Jackson, and Palmer. That's the combined 11.
Now, Madison might be the next name out because he's been horrible for like the last 5 months.
Yeah, but who are you going to
Shocking,
put from Chelsea
yeah.
midfield?
That's what I was thinking.
No one knows.
I was trying to think. No, because then even
You're
well,
not
okay.
gonna
What if
put
you go
Gallagher
Palmer?
over Spurs.
1 second. What if you go Palmer in the 10 and Noni Madueke out on the right?
No. Because then Kulusevski is better than Madueke.
Is he though?
Yes, he is.
Madueke's had a good couple of weeks.
Madueke is in good form right now, but he does need to do it for a few more games.
Yeah,
Kulusevski, I think
Madueke has not
Kulusevski
been
had a good start to the
consistent long
season,
enough.
but I think towards the latter ends of the season, I think he kind of wavered off. But that's just me.
Kulusevski's
The thing
been
is,
shocking
I'm
too,
not
you're
even
right.
being biased. I didn't even name a biased team. If I was
No, it's not a
biased,
bad
I'd be
team.
like,
It's not a bad team.
Caicedo was signed for 110
You know what the
million,
funny
and
thing
he
is,
hasn't
though?
performed.
If you did an Aston Villa combined 11, you'd get less players in.
Yes, and that's why
No.
I'm telling them.
No,
Chelsea
no.
fans thought that their
They
team is top
would.
4 quality. It's not. It's not right now.
Our
It
players
might
would be
throughout
looked
the year.
at that level if we had a better structure and a better coach.
And you would have been top 4 if you took your chances in certain games.
And if
So
your
we could
players
both
were
play the
consistent,
game.
but they're
That's
too young to be
much
consistent.
less of the problem
One
over
second,
what the
one
manager's
second.
been doing
Let's
this
do this
season.
right now.
That's actually a
Does-
big problem.
Martinez is in, Lucas Digne's in, Paulo Torres is in, Konsa's in, Matty Cash is in. Are we putting in John McGinn?
No, Matty Cash is not a better right back than Malo Gusto, man.
Are we just
Okay,
going to do
Malo
combined
Gusto.
11s
I'll
for the
give you
whole top
Gusto.
9 or
One
something?
second, I'll give you Gusto.
We could do it
Midfield.
for Wolves if you want.
I'll give you Gusto. Midfield. Douglas Luiz is in.
Also,
You
is Luca
agree?
Digne really better than Cucurella?
Yes.
Yes.
Are we 100%
Based
sure?
on the
about
run of the entirety of the
Exactly.
season, yes. Cucurella's been good recently when he's been playing inverted. Lucas Digne has been playing
Hamza,
better
can you
the
get
whole
off
season.
spaces and respect the audience?
1 second.
We have people watching us in Sarajevo, Hamza.
By the way, everyone agrees. Louis, what's his name? Douglas Luiz is in
Douglas
combined
Luiz.
11 with Chelsea.
Douglas Luiz.
John McGinn, based on his performances this season, does he get in? Honest question. Does he get in?
Douglas Luiz, of course, gets in.
Okay. And then the front four would be Cole Palmer. What do you call it? Diaby, Leon Bailey.
Leon Bailey. No, I would do Bailey, Palmer, Jackson, Watkins.
I would actually put Bailey on the left. I'll put Bailey on the left. I'll put Bailey on one side, Diaby on the other side, Cole Palmer in the
Diaby
10,
has not
and
been good
Watkins
this
up
year.
top.
Moussa Diaby has not been good in the Premier League this year. He has not been good in the Premier League.
Do we want to talk about the game or do we just want to keep doing combined 11s?
I wouldn't put Diaby still.
I tried to
Diaby
speak
is not-
about the game, but
I think for me, it's Jackson Watkins up top, Bailey on the left, Palmer on the right.
Wait. Jackson's going up top over Watkins.
No, Jackson and Watkins up front together. Like a
So
4-4-2.
what are you doing? You're doing a
4-4-2.
two attacking
Hamza, you're
midfielders and
getting
two
cussed
strikers.
out by people
I'm
in
doing a
Sarajevo.
pivot.
See this?
I'm doing 2 wide players and then 2
See
strikers.
this right here? Getting cussed out.
If we're gonna shoehorn in
That's
Jackson, no problem.
That's what I have.
Okay, but the reason why, okay, here's the thing.
I look like
But
Zidane.
there's still
This-
still more Aston Villa players. That's my point.
Egal, that proves mine and Egal's point. The teams that are fighting for top 4 are Spurs and Villa at the end of the season. Both of them have a much better team than Chelsea do. My issue is we look at this Chelsea team and we keep thinking potential what they could be. The reality is they aren't that now. If they're that now, that's a different debate. Like I've said from the start of the season, there's 3 good Chelsea players for me personally. Gusto, Caicedo, and Palmer. Those 3, I think, are actually very good right now. Like right now. This second, they're very good. The rest of them either need experience or make mistakes or aren't
Or
good enough.
better coaching.
But we're talking about players right now. They aren't.
Yeah, and the
Chelsea.
players need coaching.
No, but they
We've
aren't top 4 level.
only just found a structure that works in May.
I personally think I agree with Sam on this.
They aren't top 4 level is the point.
I'll agree with
They
Sam
should be
on this.
competing for top 4, and they would be with a better manager with better structure. The fact that we are 6 points away from 5th only confirms that.
There is no better manager for Chelsea right now. That's available. 100% there is.
Yeah, sure.
I think Chelsea would find it difficult to find a manager, let alone replace Poch that easily. How many people would want to come to a poison chalice that Chelsea is? I think you're better off with Poch.
We're still one of the biggest jobs in the world. Like, let's not do that.
I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying you constantly sacking managers, especially when Pochettino ends the season in somewhat of a semi-positive note. What kind of message is that to any manager who comes in?
It would be a little
Well,
harsh.
the message would be look at the 8 months before that.
No, that would be.
The 8 months weren't all bad, by the way. The start of
I
the
think
season,
with Barcelona,
We had 5 points in our first 5 games.
Lewis, I don't think you realize Manchester United, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, all these clubs are looking for managers. If you sack Poch,
Yeah, so you need to be quick about it.
To be fair,
That's why
Barcelona
we've apparently already started the search.
I think Pochettino probably bought himself some time, and this whole search stuff. Sometimes they put up PR.
I
just
think
in
that would be
case things go
hilariously
bad.
reactionary off the back of 2.5 games.
Yeah, and you acknowledge that your ownership is terrible, but yet you want them to constantly sack managers and trust them to hire another one.
Yeah, because I want to find the right manager. Yes,
But
I'll say
Pochettino's
this,
finally showing some positive signs. Why would you sack
it's
him?
2.5 games.
No, I'm
What
not
kind of
saying about
flip flopping
2.5
would that
games.
be for
Remember
me
the
to be all Poch in now?
No, but
No,
Poch was never
I'm
the
not talking about
problem.
2.5 games. I'm talking about the whole season.
my goodness!
I'm talking about
Poch
the whole
was never the
season. I'm not
problem.
talking about 2.5 games. So you're saying you didn't see signs versus City in 3 games. You didn't see signs versus Liverpool first game of the season. You didn't see
We
signs
played
Wolves.
good games, but we were never consistent.
You're never
Why are
gonna
you
be
not consistent? Because
with
you're
an
the
experience.
youth in your team.
No,
Yeah.
because of the manager and his piss poor tactics, his conservative substitutions whenever we go 1-0 up, his misprofiling of players, isolating wingers, leaking goals for fun, our poor set pieces, our poor defensive structure, our Palmer and Prey attacking structure. What the fuck are we talking about?
Nah, bro. You're honestly.
You really believe
disillusioned.
that if you sack Pochettino, you'll become automatically better. That's actually the thing that I just don't get. I don't know how you look at this team and you really think just changing the manager fixes the problem. I just don't think it
I
fixes
think
the problem.
it's a big part of the solution. You still need to improve in the window. You still need to get more experience.
I think if you just sign forwards who could put the ball in the back of the net and get some experienced players who are actually good, you'd be in a much better place. Also, there's something we haven't mentioned.
Because our defending's amazing, isn't it?
No, I've already said that's actually one of the negatives, and I've already.
But we're saying the number 9 is just going to be the
But why is
game-changing thing
that?
that we need.
No, I'm being very. One second, Egal. I'm being very objective. I've already said Pochettino is to blame for the way that you defend. 100%. I've never ever changed my opinion on that. I said when it comes to defensively, that's something that he needs to improve. However, there's one thing as well that hasn't been mentioned this whole conversations, and that's the fact that Chelsea have had the most injuries literally the whole year. Like, let's also be objective and honest. Cucurella, Colwell, and Ben Chilwell have been injured. All of your centre backs have been injured at the point in time. Reece James and his
You also
backup
had
has
Ian
been injured.
Matson.
Lavia, we haven't seen all year long. Like, we haven't even seen the guy. In Nkunku, we haven't even seen the guy. So we haven't even seen the opportunity to go like, okay, this is the starting 11. Go for it for 5-6 games. Let me see what you can cook, and we'll go based on that. The thing is, everyone's been
And I
injured
hear
all
all
year.
of that, but like it still doesn't take away from his poor decisions as a coach, regardless, because we have still found ourselves in winnable games, and we have fumbled it numerous times. Villa at home, 5 points in 5, and then we take off the only guy who's creating in Mudryk, and then we take Jackson off to bring a DM on just because we're down to 10 men. We have 5 points in 5 games. Attack the game. Then when we go 1-0 down, you bring on a striker. What a waste of 2 subs. Time wasting against Bournemouth. 2 forwards at home against Forest. Man United away just as a match. Everton away where we drop our 2 highest goal scorers just coming off the back of that match. Wolves at home. Liverpool away. We play a high line against Darwin Núñez and we think, haha, that's going to work. Defending against Klopp's kids in the cup final. Middlesbrough away. People think this is an agenda. No, I just remember the whole season. People are forgetting just off the back of 2.5 matches. No, it's not been a good season from him. This is why I need more. This is why I am not going to even change my stance on the manager until next season. Forget all this BS about the last 2.5 games.
Are you going to give
the fact it's taken us 35 games to get to this point is embarrassing.
I'm not talking about 2.5
all
games.
this to finally be above this awful United side in May.
You are above them, to be fair, so they can hold that.
On goal difference. What the fucking do?
Your goal difference.
How about you get higher than that? How about we should already be higher than that?
Here's the thing. The same games that you're mentioning where Poch made mistakes, there are other games where you've coached to win and you were the much better team and you did not end up getting the 3 points. So it goes both ways. Wolves, it goes in the way of there Wolves are games where, okay, we played
Man
really
City
well.
at home.
Okay, 1 second. That it goes in the way where, like, okay, Lewis has mentioned 4 or 5 games in which Poch could have done this and could have done that. Okay, no problem. I have no problem with what he's saying. But there are other games in which he has coached to win, and your team was the way better than the other team.
Can you name those matches?
I can name you this match. Liverpool at home, you're much better than us. First game of the season, much better than us.
Yep.
Should have won the game. City at home, much better team, should have won the game. City away, much better team, should have won the game.
He changed the structure in the second half, and I think that cost us the goal. If we just stick to what we were doing, we would have left with something. I actually think we would have left with 3 points.
We disagree on the concept of that, but that's just, I'm just
saying. Okay, cool. That's your 3. What is it? Anything else?
Wolves away. The reason why I say
Wolves away, that's 50-50. First half was players, second half was the manager. But I hear you. I hear where you're coming from.
Hear me out. The reason why I say Wolves away, remember what I said about Klopp and the Man United game? Remember when Ray was like, Klopp this and Klopp that? I'm like, bro, we could have been 6-0 up in the first half. How can I blame the manager?
No, I hear that. That's why I get you to a point. 50-50 on that.
So that's already 5 games I've just mentioned right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm saying it's a combination. It's not simply sack Poch and khalas, problem solved. Like,
all right,
you gave the example of Madueke. Madueke, right? You gave the example of Madueke, Jackson, Mudryk, whoever's playing right now. All of these players have had chances at points in time.
So for me, I'm going to say Nottingham Forest because he played 2 forwards at home in that one. Bournemouth, he time wasted to protect the point. Aston Villa, his game management was absolutely pathetic. Which ones else after that? Brentford, to be fair, he had a lot of injuries, but Gusto being taken out for right back, all because of the Arsenal game to put Disasi at right back, and we still get cooked aerially, was silly for me, so I'll take part of the blame for that one. Man United away, Everton at Everton away. Wolves, I said that's 50-50. Middlesbrough in itself should be a sackable offence, so I'm putting that one in there. Liverpool, our structure was absolutely pathetic, and playing a high line was a big problem in that match, so that one's going in too. Wolves at home, again, awful structure. I'm now at 9. Man City away, I've said I blame him for that.
Feel like you're don't you feel like you're nitpicking and this is just...
he is nitpicking.
No, because he's saying which ones the players are to blame for. I'm saying which ones I think the manager is.
Because you support Chelsea, you're going to have all the numbers, you're going to have everything. You're literally...
because we changed the structure for no reason when it was working.
That game, Poch went pragmatic way too quick. He cost him that game.
Thank you.
No, he didn't cost him the final.
We were cooking with the structure he initially had, and then he changed it.
No, he did not cost them that game. I'll tell you why he did not cost them that game. We're talking about the Poch substitution. I didn't
even get through the rest of the matches too, and I was already at 10. I only got to March.
No, but you're nitpicking. You're going like, oh, he should have done this.
Oh, but it's nitpicking now, but it's not when
I'm actually not nitpicking at all. I'm saying games where you were the better team.
No, we've actually kept it objective. When we
By the way, Arsenal at home is another game I can add to the list where you're 2-0 up. Sanchez just gives Arsenal player the ball. Now you're going to say, oh,
I agree. I agree on that one. Yeah, even if I didn't like the substitutions, it came down to 2 stupid individual moments.
That's what I'm saying.
You didn't even let me finish. I said as much as I think the subs didn't help, 2 individual moments cost us that match. You just didn't want to hear the end of it.
Okay, fair enough. So the point is as follows. The point is the guy's had so many injuries to deal with this season, more than any of our clubs. He hasn't had the ability to even play some of the summer signings. He's had certain positions where he's had injuries all year long. like the left back and right back that I mentioned to you.
Just going
even
in
like the
circles.
centre back. The
Because
thing
I'm
that
still
I
just going to
think-
tell you about his structure and his game management. I don't
No,
like
but
the
I've already-
injuries, whatever. Whatever.
No, but it's not whatever, because you haven't even been able to
You
have
you had enough
centre back.
in games to win, and you set this team up pathetically.
Yeah, but
That's on the
we just
manager.
we mentioned the counters to that, so it goes both ways, and I'm blaming Poch more than
You
the
just see
players
it as
well.
it goes both ways, and like that's fair to you, but I do not agree.
No, but I'm blaming Poch more than the players. By the way, I've already said Poch 10%, players 5%. That's
I feel like you just say that as a disclaimer.
No,
Because then
I don't
everything
say
else you say is just about the players.
No. I don't say that as this.
I can at least say when players play badly as well. I've criticized my players on numerous episodes here.
Yes, you have criticized your players, and I took that back, and I stopped saying it. But when it comes to Pochettino and the defensive stuff, I blamed him too. I don't say it as a disclaimer. I think set piece defending, and I think defending in general, he's definitely to blame for it, 100%. Because I cannot sit up here and blame like a defender for like, unless it's like someone like fucking does a mistake by himself, like Disasi scoring a world-class goal into his own net. Other than that, defensively, yes, of course, Chelsea do concede a good amount of chances. But at the end of the day, the overarching point for me is as follows. Right now, there's a key word for the Chelsea players, and that's stability. I feel like you take these young players, you give them the third manager within a 3-year period, it will affect them negatively. They need some stability. And if you get the injuries back...
I think you just come to that conclusion baselessly. I'll be so real, because a good manager can come in and implement a style of play immediately. If they're
Poch
good.
does have a style of play, though.
It's taken him till May to find something that works. And I feel like he's just locked on that as well, because it was a second half change when we were 2-0 down with a bunch of NPCs on the bench. Just locked on something and just thought, all right, cool, yeah, we're just going to stick with this. So again, why am I meant to have any sort of extra belief in him based off this 2.5 game run?
I'm not saying have extra belief in him. I'm just saying stability is good for the team right now.
And I agree with the right coach. And
yeah,
I
but
don't
as soon as you
believe
say with the right coach, stability goes out the window, because by definition, new coach equal instability.
No, it doesn't. Managers
Yes,
can
it does.
come in and instantly start getting a tune out of players.
No, but when you get
managers can come in and instantly start getting a tune out of players. It's not instantly just back to stage one and you're crap from the start.
No, I never
That's
said
just a narrative.
Back to stage one. I'm saying by definition, when you remove the manager and put a new manager in, you're unstable.
I think that's just a narrative set on them, because like, yeah, you could say Chelsea was unstable and we were sacking managers left, right and center, but we were also winning trophies left, right and center. So how unsustainable was that?
That's different.
You had the
where's Lampard in
that
this team?
built
Where's
properly.
Essien in this team? Where's Drogba in this team? Where's Hazard in this team? Where's Costa in this team? Where's
Roman Abramovich running the whole show?
None of them were there for like the last 3 years of Roman's tenure, and we still won everything in Europe.
Yeah,
Do you know?
That's why it was the least successful part of the Roman era.
Do you know the last player
when we won everything in Europe?
Listen, do you know the last
I'm
player?
not gonna lie to you, Lewis. If
you know our last
Pochettino
player who
sacked,
was
if he gets you
Chelsea's last
Europa League,
player to have
if
won player
Pochettino
of the
gets you
month?
Europa League, you still
You
want
know
him
that?
sacked.
What one at a time, please?
If Pochettino gets you Europa League, you still want him sacked.
Yes. How many times do I have to say it? I don't care what he does this season. I'll still want him gone.
That's mad.
Do you know who's the last Chelsea player to have won player of the month in the Premier League?
Cole Palmer?
No.
Probably Hazard. Probably Hazard.
Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
That's many years ago. That's how Chelsea's been bad. He's right.
That's mad.
Like Chelsea have been that bad. Eden Hazard was the last player to have won player of the month. Imagine that. That is the club itself. That tells you about how bad the club. Despite Klopp being one of the brilliant.
And in
players,
that time, we had you crying in Porto. So
who? Eden Hazard.
That was
no
a beautiful
Chelsea.
day.
Yeah, but you're still crying now.
Yeah, because now we're not in Porto.
I'm still crying, but you're still crying. In 2024, you're crying.
No, but like you're saying we've been scrubbed since then, but we had you lot crying in Porto.
Yeah, but after that, I won the Champions League. I stopped crying. But you
no, but like that goes against your point. We couldn't have been that scrubbed when we beat you in a Champions League final.
No, because you had a manager who was just a cup manager. But other than that,
such a shame. Such a shame.
I've said
a manager who does well in the cups.
Yeah,
a manager who does well in the cups. That's so terrible.
The thing
that's
is,
so terrible.
Quickly,
Who the hell would want a manager that does well in the cups?
The thing is, yeah,
He lost all 3 domestic cup finals, to be fair.
listen, Pochettino has
2 on
got the-
penalties. Like, what are we
Listen,
doing?
I
1
think
to Leicester.
Pochettino-
If Poch lost to Leicester, you'd lose your
Yeah,
mind.
Listen, I think.
I mean,
Pochettino's
now,
got-
yes. Not
Listen,
then. Then they were
I think
competing for
Pochettino-
top 4.
listen, from January,
He
apparently,
won the Champions League final.
if you look,
2021, they lost top 4 by goal difference, I think.
listen,
They're
Pochettino's got them
Spurs
going.
or
Yeah?
Villa now.
I think it would be a mistake for them to sack Pochettino now because now he's playing well. They're playing beautiful football. They're beating team comfortably. Now Poch out. It's a joke. If you're Poch out, you're a joke. People are gonna laugh at you. People are gonna say you're mad.
Big up the blue.
How can you want Poch out now? We're doing so well.
Man said
Now
he's just
Poch
going
has
to
got
leave us
everything
here.
right.
You're a
No,
joke.
you can't be Poch out now because he's now.
Yes,
winning.
I can.
You can't,
Yes, I can.
not now. He's changed
How,
everything.
how
He's
do you
now
expect?
found
How
he's
do you
found the
expect
right
such a
formula.
react? Would you really expect me to be that reactionary and say, "Oh, we beat Tottenham and West Ham, Poch in.
No,
I believe in him now. He's got
now
a plan."
found-
Like, come on. Do you know how ridiculous that would be?
Hold on. So
2.5
you'd sack a
games.
manager
I
who's
want to
found the
talk
formula of
logically
winning.
on this. Like 2.5 games,
No,
and you think it would be okay to change your mind?
No, because I know the reason why, and you disagree with my reason. He's now found the formula. The formula is not working. Enzo's not part of the team now. Anyway,
Here we
and your team's
go.
doing better.
Here we
You'd-
go.
you'd be
Yeah, you know
ridiculous
what?
taking
You know what? I
sack
could meet you
and then you'd
halfway
get a
with that
manager
because
who-
we're not playing an injured Enzo. And yes, great. I don't have an injured midfielder playing every week.
So,
Great.
but give him time then.
Great.
Give him time. Let him drop Enzo. Let's see. Because I looked at stats today. Apparently, you're 4th in 2024. Apparently, in 2024. Yeah. Did you know that? Mark Lowe
I
put
want
it
to
up.
know where were we in 2023?
No, hold
I'd like
on.
to know that.
Mark Lowe put it up that in 2024, if the Premier League started in 2024, Poch would have put you guys in a Champions League place. So you have to give him credit. Arteta did the same thing beginning. We were talking about
Have I not? Like, he's done well the last 2.5 games, but that is 2.5 games.
So now give him time. That's all I'm saying. Now he's proved you wrong. He's proved you wrong now.
2.5 games has changed that. Finally getting above Man United on goal difference has changed that.
So you,
if this was anybody else, if this was any other club, you'd be calling them flip-flops. You'd be saying they're reactionary as hell.
No, the one thing I'll give you that. Listen, Lewis, who would you get a manager other than him then? If you sack him now.
Right now, there's Flick. I would try push for Inzaghi. Even De Zerbi would have us playing better football. Tuchel, you could bring him back, easiest tap-in going. Bring back Sarri.
Bring a guy that fell
I think
in the
Motta
Premier
might be a
League.
shout, although I do need to look at his managerial style of play. So I'm not too sure on that. But I know he's doing well with Bologna. So potentially. There's options out there.
Thiago
And there's probably
Motta's gonna
plenty
be-
more that I haven't
Thiago
even
Motta-
mentioned because I'm not in recruitment.
Thiago Motta's going Juventus.
Sarri and Tuchel is crazy.
Better than what I have.
Honestly, you guys don't
I
know
think
how
Sarri.
lucky you are to have this Poch guy. I wish we'd.
Oh,
take him
I'm
some-
so lucky.
Yes, you are. I take him over Slot 100%. This guy's.
I swap.
Would you take Slot over Poch? One second.
you
He would
can
take
have-
Slot over Poch. A guy that you don't even know.
Yeah, because I don't rate the guy I have.
So you take a random guy. Just a random guy that you don't even know.
Hey, you can take the role for all I care.
No, but I'm saying you can't just say I'll take anyone. Like a Slot who I don't even know. The guy's second in his league with Feyenoord in EIGTHTH.
I also
I
find
think-
it crazy that you take Poch, even though like he looks like he's stagnated as a manager. It's taking him
I
to
think
match day
I'd
35.
take Poch 100%. 100% I would take Poch. Over Slot, 1
Ask,
million %.
ask,
I would
ask
take.
Liverpool fans. They'll take Poch now.
They can have him. They can have him.
Hey, I'll give you Slot if you give me Poch. I'll take that trade right now. That's a good
What's
trade for
the
me.
next game, Sam? What's the next game?
Nottingham Forest. We got
At
Forest
home or
away. Away.
So if he
No, you're
beats
still
that,
gonna-
he's
still
proving you
gonna
wrong
lose
again.
100% gonna lose that.
How is just winning games?
Yeah,
Like,
it
how
is.
low is the fucking
What do you
bar,
want him
bro?
to do? What do you want him to do?
I
If he
want him
keeps
to have
winning
us
games-
competing for top 4. That was the bare minimum that I wanted. Now
Okay,
I'm
but
thinking, all right, cool, we have to get top 6. Because
That
we've had to
means-
lower that expectation because of how poor we've been for the last 8 months. The fact that we've only just found a system that works now in May and we're cooking only vindicates what I was saying, that these players are a lot better than what the position on the table is saying about them.
It's not that.
Because look where we are with just a little bit of a structure.
I think
So
there's a
no,
problem.
it's 2 games.
He's found the formula. He's found the formula now. The formula's
Yeah, he's locked himself into that position, and let's just see how he lasts with it. Because he's got to do a lot more for me to start believing in him.
Lewis, how many Chelsea fans want him in now after the last couple of games? Are people now?
I said Lewis thinks the team can win trophies. I was literally in the Carabao Cup final. I was literally one game from Wembley. Oh, I was in Wembley, in fact, for the semi-final. And then we decided to time waste against children. But hey, lack of experience. We're inexperienced.
The guy who scored the goal was fucking Virgil van Dijk. You're so shameless.
Yep, and it came from a corner. Set pieces again.
Came from a corner who Tsimikas took, who's 27, and the Greek captain as well. So.
Yeah, everyone loves corners and set piece goals against us, so I don't care.
That is his weakness. I've always admitted that. I don't have a problem saying that. I think that's definitely something that they need to work on 100%.
I don't think I added that one to the list, so that could be 11.
Where did Jurgen Klopp finish in his first season?
First full season, 4th.
No, yeah, before that.
No, but that one he came midway through.
Oh, come on, just tell me, what position did he finish?
He came like
this
November.
is such a weak argument. Like, oh, look how Klopp started in his first game. Man, I don't care. It's not linear.
Not bad. See, he would have sacked Klopp.
No, I wouldn't have.
If I think he might come 5th. I think might come 6th or 5th.
I think you're waffling personally, but
hold on. Where did he finish at the end of the season? Let me see. I think he's gonna come 6th.
We could push for 6th.
Who do you play? Forest and who?
Forest, Brighton away, and then Bournemouth at home. Forest away, Brighton away, Bournemouth at home.
Newcastle are dodgy.
Yeah, Forest away, Brighton away, Bournemouth home.
And Newcastle are playing.
Forest is the worst one out of those 3.
Look, Newcastle playing.
Hey, you must.
Newcastle playing Brentford, Man United, and Brighton.
Now, we're fighting for Europe. You've given up too much ground. I couldn't give a damn who we play. I want 9 points.
And if he might come 6th.
Okay, anyway, listen, we're never gonna agree on this topic. You get me? Only time will tell who was right with this whole conversation. Only time will tell.
But this is, it's not about who's right or wrong with this. I want Poch to prove me wrong. I'm just not going to be deluded and switch my mind after 2.5 games.
If he stays and Enzo comes in and they start losing, I'll blame Enzo again. I'm gonna know now the problem.
Of course you will. You've been doing it all season anyway. I don't expect your tune to change.
If he wins and then suddenly Enzo comes back and they start losing, I know the culprit.
Enzo's not coming back this season. So you played him for 4.5, over 6 months with a hernia injury, and now he's had to go get surgery.
I told you the reason why Poch didn't invert Cucurella earlier is because he had a hernia. But anyway, let me just do super chats before we wrap up. Big up to you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We still have over 1,000 people watching us right now. Big up to Gunnar Dom, who says, you guys have helped me more than you know. I lost my mom 4 months ago and was in a bad place. Your content is absolutely amazing. Come on, you Gunnars. Sorry for your loss, my brother Gunnar Dom.
Sorry, man.
Sorry for your loss. Shout out to you and your family. Thank you for the super chat. Of course, we hope you're doing well right now. So shout out to you. Rest in peace to mom. Big up to you, my guy Gunnar Dom. Big up to Pratik, who says, okay, Spurs to make the semifinals of Europa. So basically what happened is I told him you're a Spurs fan, and he's like, okay, I'm going to make semifinal. I'm not going to win it. Fair enough. Big up to you, Pratik. YB1 says, only Van de Ven, Son, Bissouma, and Vicario get into the Chelsea 11. This is just mad. And you know how I know it's mad? Because you said Bissouma, who's been Spurs' fucking worst midfielder for the last 6 months. Bissouma don't get anywhere near the Chelsea 11. Objectively, by the way, Gallagher's been playing better than Bissouma, and Gallagher's crap. So that tells you all you need to know. Big up to you. Big up to Mookie says, yeah, we already read that one. Big up to you. Big up to Bob Smoke, who says 1v4 press is crazy. Luckily, Lewis is press resistant like the GOAT Hazard. Hey, we press the shit out
Big up, bro.
But I just don't think Lewis will ever change his mind on that. Unless
I will change. Yeah, next season, if he comes in, he starts hitting the ground running. I'm not going to ask him to get sacked.
See, I didn't let you finish once. You didn't let me finish once. See, I was going there. I was saying, Lewis already said if next season he plays well, you get me, and he gives him. What was the word you used? You used something football. You said You said you didn't say champagne football. You said something else. You said
no. As long as we're playing, like, if we're playing a good brand of football, there's good game management. There's just nothing for me to be worried about. I won't say sacking mid-season.
Yeah.
But like for this season, like you've done too much damage. Seasons, I don't care. I don't care what you do the last 3 games. I'm not forgetting the other 33 before that.
Fairs. Big up to Mookie, says 1K plus consistent viewers. Mashallah. Like the stream, guys. It's free. Let's go. Sam, do your thing with the phone. Tell them how. Oh, you want to show them the tutorial, guys. This is you watching us. This is the live chat. Hit this X button, hit this like button right here. We're at 516. Shark Tank is the recommended video. I'm gonna watch that later on. So yeah, big up to you, my guy Mookie. Thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. Big up, man. Who like we had a redirect from people in Bosnia, man. Shut up.
That's it.
Yeah, that is. Big up to Arthur, who says you put about 4 or 5 players in the 11. Shouldn't that mean we should be fighting for 4th or 5th? Big up the panel, though. Wish you all the best and great success. Yes, I did. However, the 2 players that I put out of the 4 are injured currently, unfortunately. So, yeah, if they were only a bit fitter, Arthur, that's another problem as well. Loki as well. Loki, honestly, Chelsea have been so fucking unlucky with injuries all year long from the start. Like, there are players we haven't even seen yet. That's the mad part. So, yeah, but we'll see what happens anyway. So look, big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us on yet another episode of A-Listers, my lovely, lovely, lovely people. Damn, this lasted way longer than I thought. This lasted way longer than I thought. I thought we were just going to come up here and cook Man United, but you know, we give you guys content, entertainment, and the entertainment doesn't stop. Don't go anywhere, because this stream is going to redirect you to my fucking like 6th live stream in a row, because I'm about to go do a show with Mo on MHF right now. So stay on the stream. I'll take you to MHF, where we'll be talking about the football. Hamza talks football, Egal talks football, Carefree Lewis G, and Grigs talks are all in the description. Go subscribe to all of these great guys. Me and Lewis are going to be together and back again tomorrow. Khalas, now we have the Poch argument out of the way. All we have to do is fight Flawless tomorrow. That's all we have to do. Cook the shit out of Flawless, and we... Yes, 100%. We can cook the shit out of Flawless. You know why as well? I'll tell you why. Because Flawless said, don't drag me down to that sewage with Chelsea. Yeah, they're above you now. Hold. I cannot wait to cook Flawless.
We finally got there.
Finally. But now he's in the sewage. So he has to get cooked. So anyway, love to all of you guys. And we'll see you guys on MHF. Don't go anywhere. See you on the other side, Habibis. Yalla, peace out. Love, 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 love.